Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 21, Lucky 21, of the Band of Bravos, a Pathfinder Second Edition actual play show here on the official Paizo Twitch channel. Hi there, I am your game master for this glorious session. I'm Jason Bulmahn. I'm the director of game design at Paizo. And before we get started here today, as per our custom, I'm going to toss it around the horn and let everybody introduce you to themselves and their characters. James, take it away.
Hi, I'm James Jacobs. I'm the creative director for Pathfinder. I'll be playing Shensen the Bard, who's currently afflicted with this horrific, gnarly disease that I think has the same save DC as this episode number.
Somewhere near there.
Yep.
Oh my, oh dear. Well, hopefully we can come up with a solution for that this episode. Hey guys, I'm Maryssa Marie. I'm Paizo's web content manager. I play Ilana Thistlefoot, the halfling druid, and Critical Hit Cookies. You know what you did. Thank you.
Hi folks, I'm Jason Keeley, Starfinder developer. I'm playing Roark Thunderbird, the Tengu swashbuckler, and no one has mentioned that we've leveled up to 5th, which means I just got a lot more precise.
What?
Spoilers.
We're 5th level?
Yes.
I was going to tell everybody in my wrap up.
Oh, well, I'd
You're
say
on the
first.
intro.
I had to say something.
Okay.
You can have it, I guess. It's okay.
Fine.
I just noticed I no longer have the lowest hit points in the party.
The two loud divas will be angry at you, Keeley. We will remember this as you see the text at the top left. And I am Peyton Smith. I am the social media producer here at Paizo, and I would like to distribute everyone's hero points. I do believe last time we left off, as I double check my note thingy here, Miss Maryssa, for playing Ilana, you have 1 currently. Lon has none, which is me. Mr. Keeley, playing as Roark, has 2. Mr. James Coney only has 1, and Jason, I don't think you need any, but you have 2. And for people curious as to what I was doing right there, in Pathfinder Second Edition, we use hero points. Hero points allow us to reroll our D20 results to kind of hopefully survive or completely ruin our day as we roll a lot lower than we should have on the second roll. And what we kind of do live on Twitch, which is usually we stream at 2 p.m. PDT or Pacific Time Zone every Friday, that we allow chat to contribute their channel points that they accrue by watching Paizo streams to help people out. Just a Sage has just given Lon a point so I don't horribly die. And additionally, to help balance that out, because chat participation, obviously we have a lot of hero points, and that's going to allow us to reroll a whole bunch of stuff. Funny enough, it actually doesn't help us all that much sometimes because of how bad the rolls sometimes get. But Jason here has villain points, and whenever things start getting really good for us, like we're cracking, we're rolling crits, everything's happy, we're actually smiling for once playing the game, Jason puts a frown on our faces by using villain points, and we yell and scream and kick and just be angry as he spends those to ruin our day. And so, and as we already, and Jason, now that hopefully we're 5th level, you're gonna show mercy this time, but not using any points today, right? Just let us revel in it for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm totally gonna do that.
That sounds pretty cool. If only the podcast people could see how much you're shaking your head left and right, and just
I forgot we're now a podcast. Everyone, I was shaking my head in the negative while saying yes, it was a clever ruse. All right, well, yes, indeed. We did some math on the back of a blood-stained core rule book to determine that the Band of Bravos had indeed earned enough experience points to advance a level. For those of you wondering, we are playing on the faster experience point track. So the players are getting levels a little faster than they normally would if we were running the standard. But in this case, they have managed to reach 5th. It lets us get to the fun faster. And by fun, I mean higher level monsters.
And Fireball.
Sure.
Jason, that Mabogo was pretty high level. I don't think you've really been hindered by the fact that we're lower level. I mean, you can just throw rocks at us if you want. Just roll 1d20 to see how many.
Yeah, that's it. Well, you got to see how big the conga line is.
Yeah, and the best part about rolling 1d20 to determine how many rocks is you can villain point that roll.
Yeah, no, I can re-roll it. It's fine. So I think it's time for us to get things started here. When we last left our intrepid band of adventurers, they were deep, deep under the surface of Galarian, down there to forge a deal between the Goblin King Breadcrown and the orcs that had taken over a surface mine. The band of Bravos were down there to negotiate in good faith and to get on the orcs' good side, have agreed to help the orcs with a problem of theirs. In particular, the orcs being in kind of a remote part of the Forever Vault, this gigantic cave system deep beneath the surface. Being kind of a disadvantaged location there, they haven't been able to garner very many natural resources until this mine, and they haven't been able to garner much in the way of fish, despite being on the Hungry Lake. And this is a problem with two parts. The first, they haven't had much in the way of boats. Boats are kind of hard to come by when you're deep, deep underground. And secondly, they have been preyed upon by a swarm of cloakers that dwell in the northern reaches of the Hungry Lake. The first part of this problem was tackled by trying to go and negotiate with the Boggards, who live in the kind of southern reaches of the Hungry Lake in an area called the Stench Bog. In fact, that is the name of their capital, a place with a giant mushroom called the Mother Cap. Venturing there, you learn that the Boggards have not been selling boats as of late because they haven't had the right kind of timber, which they make out of mushroom. They call it mushwood, and it's specially treated. Well, long story short, you learn that the swamp nearby was attacking the Boggards. You found out that there was a kobold behind this named Varnasque. Varnasque was trying to get vengeance upon the Boggards for apparently nefarious acts that they were taking against the people of Kobold Town and the surrounding caves. You didn't quite necessarily believe this and went back to Stenchbog to investigate. It was there you've managed to get a rather sneaky Tengu up into the Mother Cap to take a look around and saw a terrifying three-eyed toad demon of some sort that was licking the mushroom logs, turning them into mushwood, and undoubtedly it is that nightmarish beast that has been fed all of the missing people and eggs that the Kobold Varnasque had claimed. The Boggards, however, were not exactly happy that you uncovered their secret and began chasing you. You fled and went back to Varnasque. And I believe that is practically where we left off. You got back to Varnasque and talked to him about the situation. And it was in this discussion that, because he didn't know about this terrifying toad demon named a Mobogo, he did not know that this thing existed. And upon learning that that is how they made mushwood, he was taken aback because he has an alchemical process, being an alchemist, to turn mushroom into a wood-like substance, allowing you to possibly do an end run around the Boggard monopoly on mushwood. And he agreed to help you and help give, say, the kobolds or someone else, possibly the orcs, the ability to make mushwood. And in doing so, the only thing he asked in return is that when the time was right, you would help him destroy this horrible toad demon. I think that about sums it up.
Yeah.
Sound about right?
It sounds like a weird fever dream.
He also cured my disease, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he cured it.
You know, I think he did not do that.
I mean,
no. Looking at this map now, I'm still obviously sleeping and exuding some gross green stench lines around my icon.
Yeah, you're just taking a nap. Just taking a nap. You know, we took care of you after our cliffhanger and all that other stuff. We just took care of you real quick. You know.
When you say took care of me, are you like doing the finger gun to your head?
No, I'm saying that we brushed your hair, we did your nails, got our feet did.
We took it
a braiding
to live on a farm upstate.
Yeah.
Hey, glorious.
Yeah. Shensen's fine, everybody. She's happy.
How does
She gets to run and play with all the other bards.
runs in the fields with the rest of the other Shinshins.
Hi, bards.
Now I am
Hey.
imagining the field upstate where adventuring parties send their bards after they've outlived their usefulness.
That's the
Yeah, we
best
broke
part
that
of the state.
Never a broken string on their instruments. Always smiles in crowds.
So the group of you are there with Varnasque, and you have been talking with him about what to do next. He is excited to work with you now that he knows that there's a problem, but you can still tell he's wary of you since you did give him quite the thrashing earlier.
I'm gonna step up to him and be like, Varnasque, we did take some things from you, and reach into my pack and grab all the stuff that the alchemical reagents that he had. I was like, I'm gonna give these back to you now, but in if you would help us out, perhaps making a few things that we could use as we move forward to the point where we can defeat that nasty toad demon. What do you say?
He kind of reaches out his hands and kind of grabs the sack, holding it tight to his chest, and he's like, "Oh, I appreciate that. I have a little something." And he kind of goes inside, and you hear him put the sack down, and he comes back out with a simple vial, and he's got 2 of them, and he's like, I prepared 2 special doses of anti-plague. It should be especially effective against the mushroom sickness.
Oh, thank you, Varnasque. Thank you. I'll take them.
He says they won't cure it. I did not have the time to invent a cure. It's not exactly like that was high on my priority list, but this will help.
Well, if no cure, I might be able to help Shensen if we could perhaps have a place to rest for the night.
He kind of looks, he's like, well, there's room up in the workshop, I suppose.
I would appreciate it greatly. Let's take care of our friend and then we'll get right out of your hair.
Yes, well, I don't have much reason to stay here. I suppose I should probably pack up.
We'll be heading back to Cobalt Town soon. Perhaps we can all journey together.
Well, yes, undoubtedly. I'm worried. When you left Stenchbog, did the Boggards know where you went?
I take my hand and shake it up and down, and that's sort of like, well, maybe not. Well, there were a few people who thought may have seen us. But those were unfounded rumors, you see. And then we also beat up a priest who tried to stop us from leaving. But so we'll not be going back there anytime soon.
He looks suddenly very worried.
Don't
And he
worry,
kind
we
of
took...
goes rushing inside.
Oh, no. You could have told him we took the scenic route. It's not like we got here immediately.
Scenic route. In this place, he'd know instantly I was lying.
To be fair, you are in a part of the swamp called the Bleak Bottom. It is kind of the lowest point in the swamp where all the kind of most rotten bits of mushroom and gross fungus grow before kind of plummeting over the edge into this eternally deep pit.
I want to see if that's
Varnasque has
something.
gone inside, and you can hear him kind of rummaging about, almost as if in a bit of a panic.
Oh dear. I'm still kind of holding up Shensen's very asleep, very gross, smelly, slimy form.
After a few moments go by, he kind of comes down and he's like, if you know their secret, they're probably going to come for you. And if they're going to come for you, that means they're going to come for me. They didn't know I was here. And he goes running back inside.
Well, we should maybe not stay here then.
I just need a moment to heal up our friend, and then we'll be right on our way.
What moment? What moment? He kind of pokes his head out of a window on top of the cap and looks down at you. How much time do you need?
Oof, hopefully not terribly long. Just somewhere to prop Shensen up and take care of this. I might be able to... We've had a moment. I might be able to work some magic and we can get out of your hair.
Well, if you're looking to get your next level of spells, you're going to need to rest first.
Oh, overnight then.
He's like, we don't got that kind of time.
Let's pack the stuff up. All right, get your large bags together. You know, we already packed some of it for you. We already have it in this bag. So just go ahead and grab that and whatever other knickknacks you got. Maybe the memorial, that gravestone you put over there for that thing, and we'll start heading out.
He's like, he sticks his head out of a different window. You know, you could help.
Nah.
Do you really trust Lauren to help you pack your things and actually achieve all of them?
It sticks his head out of a different window. Yeah, good point.
I'll help. I'll go in and start putting things in bags for him and telling him we have a place. We had a place that we rested nearby. We were able to find it again. Very secluded, very secure, I believe.
Moss.
He's like, I have a way out. It'll take us down into the caves. That might be better.
No, all right. If it's secrets.
Well, mostly. I mean, the caves down below aren't very well known by the Boggards. They might know some of them, but I doubt they know all of them.
Well, we'll take any port in a storm, as my mother used to say.
And he's currently got a chest in his living space, and it's pretty big and bulky. And he is throwing stuff into it. He's just like, he grabs an entire bookshelf off the wall, walks over and just dumps the whole thing in.
Great. I'll throw some other things. I'll be picking up probably like dirty dishes and throwing them in there as well. Just random. Any things I can find. Here you go.
Pull out a dresser, just dump the entire thing.
The moment he sees you trying to dump dirty dishes and stuff in there, he goes up and slaps them out of your hands, and he's like, the books.
Oh, the books, of course, yes. I take a probably too long looking at every one of them to see if any of them is of play, and then I'm throwing them into the.
You're looking
trunk.
At the spines. They're all written in kobold, so it says back down the spine.
I can read
well,
it.
Then I hurry
I
up.
look at and translate it.
Oh, it's the third treatise on the alchemical properties of quartz.
Whatever. It's nerd stuff. Just put it in the bag.
So you quickly come to realize that this chest must be magic in some way, shape, or form, because he's dumped a lot of stuff into it, and it just keeps going in.
Does it have a bunch of little legs?
No.
So it's not that kind of magic chest.
No, it's not that. I'm not giving you access to that level of power.
But even though the worst wizard on the Discworld had one. Never mind.
Yeah, no, exactly. So I'm definitely not giving one to Lorne.
Oh.
So the folks who are outside, can you give me a perception check?
All right. Oh, 14. 1.
You got a natural 1.
Natural 1. All I see is Shensen's hair as she's leaning over me, and I'm trying to hold her up and keep her standing.
I perceive with a 28.
All right. Lorne, you notice it first.
Uh-oh.
Shensen, you pick it up a few moments later. And Ilana, you don't notice a thing. There is somewhere off in the distance, you can hear, there's the sound of the swamp, right? There's bugs, dripping water. Otherwise, it's kind of quiet. You quickly come to notice that the sound of bugs and insects kind of dies away. And you suddenly realize that in its place, you can hear croaking.
I'm going to sort of wake up semi-delirious and say, hey, you can hear the tree frogs going. It's going to rain, Mom.
What was that, dear? Treat.
It's gonna rain. We should get inside where it won't be wet.
All right. Do we have
Maybe
a chance?
thunder. I don't want to ride the pony.
Do we have a chance to move towards the mushrooms? Hop,
Well, like where toward the mushrooms?
just hobble our way, hopefully, towards the entrance and inside the house.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem at all.
Okay. So, come on, Shensen. All right. We'll get out of the rain. I'm just kind of humoring her since I haven't noticed it yet.
Hey, dry.
So you kind of draw close, and the croaking is starting to get louder, and it's at that point that Varnasque is like, they've brought out hunting toads.
Hunting toads?
Could we just wrap it up here? Varnasque, I think you've got everything you need. We'll get you anything else you need back in Cobalt Town. Let's just show us this passage.
He runs into his bedchamber, opens up his wardrobe, grabs like an armful of robes, runs over to his bed, grabs his pillow, runs back to the chest, throws it all in, and slams the chest closed. And he's like, all right. He's like, you. And he points to you, Roark, and he's like, could you give me a hand with this?
Yes. I'll take one and you grab the other.
All right, great. You lift it up, and it's heavy, but it's not nearly as heavy as all the stuff you put into it.
Good.
And he's like, all right, this way. And he takes you outside, and he takes you around to the back. Over near the cliff.
We go.
And he's like, this way.
I'll help you out. There you go.
There we go.
And he reaches into his robes, and he throws out a rope.
Oh no.
Is it tomorrow yet? It looks like it's still nighttime.
Good luck.
He's like, all right. So 15 feet down, there's a cave, and if we get in there, it goes like we can go all the way back to the lake.
Okay, how are we gonna get this trunk down there? I don't mind climbing.
Oh, yeah, no problem. And he reaches out, puts a key in it, turns the key, and it transforms into a cloth.
Oh, why didn't you do that in the
Neat.
mush? Anyway, okay.
Hey, let me hold on to that real quick. Just let me hold on to it. I'll carry it.
As soon as I heard Roark mention the trunk, I'm deliriously looking around for an elephant because I want to see an elephant. That's what the trunk's attached to, is the rest of the elephant.
The oilifant. Yeah, no, you're looking around, you don't see one.
That's where we're going, Shensen. We have to go down the rope to get to the oilifant, though.
I was promised an elephant.
We're getting there, but we have to travel. I'm like shuffling her towards the rope.
He's
That's
like, okay,
rope.
so we just
not
need
a
to get
trunk.
down there, then we'll be in the caves. I don't think the Boggards know about many of the caves. They know about some. There might be a couple spots, but I think we can make it all the way. Certainly better than being up here with the hunting toads.
Agreed. Let's go. Lead the way. Varnasque, you go first.
So he throws the rope down. He hits it with some pitons to kind of secure it. And he's like, now he looks at all of you. None of you got any fire on you, right?
I hide my
Apparently
hands
no.
behind my back. Nah, I'm good.
Good. Because you don't want to touch this rope with fire. Okay.
Okay, cool.
And he's like, all right, I'll see you down there. And he hops over the edge and he climbs down, I think.
Where's his 5 checks of falling off like that 7 you just rolled?
Well, that doesn't include his bonus.
And with his bonus of a plus 30 is
He got a plus 30.
28. I'm sorry.
No, he has a plus 8, which is enough. All right, he scurries down the rope.
I'll go next and make sure he doesn't get away from us, and then if anyone needs, I can maybe try to catch them on the way down.
I'm going to need
19
help
total.
to catch Shensen.
Yeah.
you-
So to be clear, you get up to this ledge, and you're looking at this gigantic chasm. It goes down into just darkness. You have no idea where the bottom even is. And kind of as you take it in and look up, way up in the distance, you can see, lit by tiny flickering torches, is the fortress of the Durgar.
Oh, great.
Neat.
We need catapults.
All right.
It's on the other
Alright.
side, way up.
All right, I'll help you out here, Ilana.
All
Come
right.
along, Shensen. Down we go.
So, Roark, with a 19, you easily scurry down the rope, and you are now in a small cave with Varnasque.
I'm gonna shoulder everyone aside and say, I can do this on my own.
Yeah, all right, then.
What? All right.
Nimbly,
23.
You flip yourself over the edge and slide down the rope to the chamber down below.
With
You now find
Wow.
yourself in a damp, soggy cave. Clearly, a lot of the water runs off and gets down into this cave system as well. And it is filled with, like, thick pads of mold and mildew growing up all over the walls. It's like a dirty sewer cave, but
Boy.
I'm staring after Shensen, completely flabbergasted. Just
all right, you next, Ilana.
how? Oh, all right, let's try this. 24.
no problem at all. You go scurrying down the rope and are now down in the cave down below with everyone else. It is slick down here. It's also, there's a very heavy stench of rot in the air. That kind that is just smells like kind of like rotten food.
I'm gonna give a leer and if somebody's like, that doesn't smell like elephant at all.
He's like, what's an elephant?
It has a trunk. You said there was a trunk. They
Am
have
I an
tusks
elephant?
and
Is that what you
trunks
skybreathers
and
call
feet.
us?
No, you're a kobold.
What?
A kobold.
That's a weird word. I don't know about that.
Okay. Who wants
Come
to
on
take a
down,
guess
Lord.
of,
It's easy.
Who wants to take a guess of what my plus is on athletics?
So we should be
We're
ready to catch you.
It is a flat. There's
So,
nothing here. All right, good luck,
Varnasque is
everybody.
like,
Whoop!
You
I
can
got a
tie the
17.
rope to yourself. Oh, you got it. Okay. You come scurrying down the rope without too much trouble. With the 17, you make it down. And as you arrive, Grisfeld pops out and he's like, that was close.
Oh, that was really close. I almost killed you.
No, I'm already dead.
I mean, there's double dead. Have you seen what's in the afterlife?
Well, I mean, kind of.
So have you
Apparently,
technically
it
died?
involves hanging out with the maniacal wizard who blows you up on occasion. That's what I'm seeing.
I mean, like, so you're not technically dead, right? Like, we're having this conversation as I'm climbing down. It's like, I mean, you're not dead, you know what I mean? Just, you're still technically here. I mean, you just don't have a physical form, but you're still here. You haven't gone to the afterlife.
Pretty
And
sure I'm
all
dead.
this- I mean, it's like, there's you have to constitute the soul. And
Listen. Who's the necromancer here? I think it's me.
I point, yeah, it's you. And I climb down and,
You get down there and Varnasque is like, what the hell is that?
well, you don't see anything.
What?
I just straight up tell him that. You don't see it.
He's like, but I see a...
No,
there's
you
a-
don't.
there-
Nah.
He looks to the rest of you and he's like, do you guys see that?
You just
Yeah, that's his override active imaginary friend.
What, but I can see it?
Yeah,
It
if
does
you have an
exist.
imagination, you can see it. His name is Grisfeld, and he's also not an elephant.
Yeah, what are you talking about? There's nothing here.
I gotta stop eating so many mushrooms. Listen, we should probably go.
Yeah.
He goes up to the rope, which you know is tied to a piton up above, and he breaks out a small bit of mushwood that looks like it's dipped in some black tarry substance. He goes over to the cave wall and strikes it against the cave wall, and it flares into fire. He then goes over to the rope and just touches it to the rope, and the rope just goes up in flame.
I immediately start clapping. Yay!
And
We need-
after just half a second, the rope is just gone. There's not even ash left. It's just
Lead over to
gone.
Roark and be like, we gotta get that for the show.
Indeed. I was thinking the same thing, Lauren.
He's like, yeah, let's see him follow that.
Well, hopefully didn't alert him. Let's go.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a good point. we should go. We should go because they may have seen that.
After you.
Lead the way.
Right. Well, so Varnasque begins leading you off into these caves, and I'm going to go ahead and make a survival check for him as he tries to lead you out of here.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Awesome.
then he rolled a nat 1. Would you like the villain point that, Jason? You
Nah.
got
Is he going to
3.
walk into a hole and we just lost our Varnasque?
Would I like to villain point it? No.
Well, we're dead.
So
He is.
he leads you off into a series of caves, and after a good 2 hours of travel, you quickly come to realize that he has led you into a frustrating maze of dead ends. And he's like, "Now, I could have sworn this was the way," and you're currently standing at an intersection of several passages, and he's like, "No, I'm pretty sure somewhere." Huh.
Mr.
Ilana.
Varnasque.
Ilana,
Are we
could you-
lost?
Could you help him out? You could probably look at like the stalagmites to see which way's the stalag right or something. Like just help him out.
Mr. Varnasque, are we lost?
He's like, well, I mean, spiritually, aren't we all lost?
We're lost. We're gonna die here.
All right, do you want a survival or...
Well, I just give me a second. I'll figure it out. And you're like, that
I'm going to
way.
I'm going to hero point that.
Yeah.
I'm going to gently guide him without saying another word and just like point his arm in the right direction that I believe is the way out.
Remember to say what number you get.
I got to 22.
Yeah, you got a 22. Which the only sense you've got is that the air smells slightly less foul in one direction, which means it probably leads out of the kind of mold and mildew filled caves that you're in right now, which just have pools of standing filthy water.
I'm going to use Shensen like dowsing rods. Which direction does she look less sick in? That's the way we'll go.
That way.
Yeah, that way. All right, so you kind of begin heading in another direction, and that is starting to lead you toward higher elevation. But to be honest, your journey is long. You travel for many hours, and Varnasque is like, as he's leading you through all of this, he frequently, is like, no, I'm pretty sure it's this way, and you have to double back with some frequency because it's clear that he doesn't remember every one of these caves. He clearly is not fully versed in the direction of where you are going. And after a while, he leads you into a part of the caves that is has a lot more quartz deposits and larger quartz crystals building out of the walls and floor of the cave. And he's like, boy, I'm pretty sure we're getting close. And he's like, I think it's this way, and begins leading you through a cave.
We're getting the thing.
We're doing a roll 20 thing?
Okay.
We
I'm
get
just
a
like, Jason gets the map. Waiting for the map.
Yeah, great. Yeah. Okay.
Waiting patiently for the map. No pressure cause we're streaming. Cause it takes a lot of time.
Are you done?
I'm filling the dead air. We're just staring
I get
at
that.
you.
I just needed half a second. I just had to paste your damn tokens over. So, you've arrived at kind of a larger central chamber where there is a large mass of crystals, and Varnasque kind of pulls up and he's like, oh, I know we're pretty close. I think one of these caves leads up towards the surface, so we should probably be careful. And if we pick the right one, I think it'll take us out toward the lake. Oh, we might be able to get out to the dock. Oh, that might be good.
Not the Boggart dock.
No, there's a different one.
Oh, okay. Whew.
Wait, who owns that dock?
Well, it's kind of communal. You'll see when we get there.
I'm trying to decide if I'm hallucinating cave rope over here.
Oh, that's weird. I accidentally grabbed the rope from the previous map. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well,
So yes, you were.
You're just hallucinating cave rope.
Yeah.
How is
Shensen.
Shensen doing? Is she still standing?
Aye. Yay. Are we home yet?
So, you're sitting here talking about what direction to go, and I need everyone to give me a perception check.
Ooh, 25 for me.
Lauren has achieved a 17.
16. Still more focused on Shensen.
Aye. I heard a dog.
Down in the caves.
Cave dog.
Cave dog.
Cave
Are
dog.
you sure you're not? Are you sure you're not hallucinating? You're having.
So, Roark,
Yeah.
you catch sight of them before they move out into the open, but there are lurking in some of the corners and crevices of this room, hiding behind crystals. You kind of catch through like a reflection the sight of a Boggard. They were trying to hide in this room, waiting in ambush, and you just catch sight of them.
I have 2 questions for you.
Yes.
One, we didn't really have any time to do any healing since the fight in the Stench Bog, I think.
That's
Yes.
been several hours ago now.
Right. I don't know if we didn't. I don't know if we rolled any dice, but because I'm a little hurt. And does that give me enough time to get my shield up in this sort of?
Yeah, you can change to that as your exploration activity. Just,
Yeah.
you can. That's a thing you can do when you're not in a fight, and especially when you know one's about to happen. Just as you are doing that, the Boggards come charging out of the darkness. At this point in time, everybody, we're going to go to our friend, the initiative tracker.
I don't think it's really a friend. I think it's here to try to kill us.
It is my friend. How about that?
Well,
31.
Lauren got a 20. Total, not natural 20. That would be cool, but I don't think we got all of our fancy new smells yet, so...
Fancy new smells.
New smells. Where no smell has smelled before.
Smell-o-vision.
Didn't know to smell-o-vision.
We can now show you exactly what these caves smell like.
All right, let me go and roll initiative here.
So we totally were like, oh man, I learned this new spell and stuff, and we should totally know how to do those stuff because it's new and we just leveled and we're all excited to use them.
If I don't get
Right.
to use my new spells until we go to sleep, neither do you, Lorne.
I mean, I'm fighting for you too. Darn it. It ain't me versus you. It's me with all of you to get the spells.
Yeah, you're getting everything but your spells. And I'm at this point in time, I'm assuming because there's been several hours that have passed, everyone's back to full.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, medicine checks are easy to do while you're traveling, so.
Yeah, and I
Great.
can and the spells. Wink wink.
But not spells.
Oh come on. I want to do the thing.
I know you do. You'll get to rest soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, rest and then be like, oh man, we're gonna get another encounter. And then it's like, darn it, I gotta talk.
You know, you do realize that I do take immense joy from giving you a toy, but not really letting you play with it.
I know. That's why I'm upset.
Specifically you, Peyton. All right.
You're like Tomty Claus instead of Santa Claus.
Ilana, you are first to go. You see these Boggards kind of crawling up out of the crevices and behind crystals in the room. They were clearly waiting here to ambush anybody who might pass by. These Boggards look like members of the Wart Guard.
Wart Guard?
The Wart Guard. All right. So it has been a few hours of us traveling and me carrying up Shensen and also guiding Mr. Varnasque. So I'm a little bit at my wit's end and kind of tired. So I shove Shensen behind me and I use my animal form to take the shape of a bear.
That's
A
not
bear.
an elephant either.
Do you become large in this shape?
I do believe
It's a medium bear.
Medium bear.
You don't become large until it's a 4th level spell.
So it's still a
It's-
2nd level bear, so I'm medium.
All right, to keep
Is it-
life simple,
is-
we'll just leave you with the same token, but you are now a bear.
Is it a panda bear?
Oh.
Oh.
It's like a red panda, it, like falls on itself. And is
Oh
very
my God.
adorable. All right. So that's 2 of your actions, Ilana.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 5, 10, 15, 20. I believe I have enough space to get over here.
All right.
All right, and put myself in front of all of my friends.
All right, you go running over to there. All right.
Thanks for being the tank, Ilana. I'm too old and frail to die. Is that your bear sound? Just grumble at people. Just...
So, emerging from the shadows is this high
Music
priest
too loud.
of Croak that comes out of the darkness. And there it unleashes a devastatingly loud croak that causes the entire cave to shake. The crystals to have cracks appear in them, and dirt and debris to rain from the ceiling. I need everyone except Shensen to make a... Well, actually, I may have screwed that up.
So it doesn't happen, right?
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go with the terrifying croak instead. So I go with a big terrifying croak, and this is going to affect everyone but Shensen.
A counter performance.
You don't have a reaction yet because you haven't gone.
My dream is very specific that I counter performance, and when it happens, rainbows shoot out and a unicorn comes down and says, "Welcome to the new world, Shensen. Would you like a magic muffin or a happy cookie?" And I will say, "I would like both." And the unicorn says, "You may have both." And then he pops off his horn and it turns into a candy cane, and I ride it off into the sunset.
I'm willing to devote at least half of the rest of the stream to your weird fever dreams. All right. Can I get everyone to make will saves except for Shensen, please?
Whoop. Lauren got a 26.
Ilana got to 25.
And I got a 21. Lowest of the bunch. Looks like.
All right. That it looks like a whole big pile of successes.
I sure
Indeed.
like succeeding.
It is. Yeah. As a matter of fact, everyone succeeded.
Hooray.
And Varnasque is now immune. All right. So, Varnasque is like, kind of, you see him grab 2 pieces of wax and stick it in his ears. And the rest of you heard this mighty, terrifying croak, but have managed to avoid it. With its final action, the High Priest of Croak is going to lash out at Ilana with his tongue. Well, that was a bad roll. All right, never mind.
Can I respond with just a terrifying bear roar?
He's like, and sucks his tongue back into his mouth. All right, next up, the Boggards are going to go. The warriors come swarming out at you. What's their speed? 20.
Tell them no.
You're just denying them.
Yeah, no. and then they stop.
The first one comes running up out of the darkness towards Roark, attacking with a club. Armor class 29.
Oh, sure, yeah. Why not?
That'll do 10 points of damage, and will swing a second time, but getting a 12.
That's a miss.
All right. The second Wart Guard is going to come running up around the crystal. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, all right. And is going to do the same thing. Strike out with a club. Armor class 23.
Oh, that's a miss, thanks to the shield, the old buckler.
Darn! And we'll then swing a second time with the club as well and come up short. All right, the last two Boggard warriors. The first one's going to move up to the bear form Ilana and swing a club. Ooh, but a 13 is a terrible roll, and we'll attempt again, getting a 19.
Does not hit.
Does not hit. All right. The Boggard swings wildly, but cannot manage to connect with the dancing bear that is Ilana. The final Boggard warrior is going to come up and attack Ilana as well. You know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and throw the club, or swing with the club. Going to come up way short, and then we're going to try and grab you with the tongue. Let's try a second attack with the tongue, and that's also very bad. My dice have gone very cold here.
I'm imagining the scene in the first Star Wars prequel where he just grabs the tongue.
Yeah, it's not far off. I mean, that was a very pathetic attack. So the tongue, the Boggard does manage to get his tongue back, but it is now just covered in bear hair, and he spends the rest of his turn going. Lorne, we are over to you.
All right, cool. I take my staff. I aim it. Actually, I don't want to be adjacent to that thing, so I want to take like a position over here first, like boop, boop, like just like over there. Take my staff, aim right at the Boggard that's right adjacent to Roark, on the south side there, and I'm going to do telekinetic projectile, and 19 to hit that boy.
19 against which one?
The one south of Roark there. Directly south.
So that one.
Yeah.
All right. So you go and throw your telekinetic projectile that does manage to hit for 11 points of damage.
And that is my turn.
All right. I suddenly realized that Varnasque here is not in the initiative order. So let me go ahead and add him. Next up is going to be Shensen, though.
All right, I'm gonna move up to here, and I'm gonna say, "You bad Mr. Ribbit, stay away from Mama Lana," and I'm gonna shoot them with a color spray.
Did you say bad Mr. Ribbit?
Bad Mr. Ribbits. Have unicorn breath.
Danger frogs.
So all three of them
right.
need to make a DC 21 will save.
DC 21 will save, and this is going to hit, all right, the two warriors and the priest. So let me start off with the warrior that's right in front of you. Here's a will save. That is a failure, so that
There's
one
a face
is
full of unicorn breath.
stunned one, blinded one, and then dazzled. Ooh. Let's see here. We're gonna go ahead and do stunned, and then also blinded. Go ahead and put
Yay!
that's fine. All right,
Ninja snail.
that'll do. Ninja snail. Yeah, I can't see and moving slow. All right. The next one is going to go ahead and make a will save as well, and is going to make, so it's just dazzled. I'll take that into account. And then the priest is going to make a will save as well. Oh, no! I am going to burn a villain point on that. I'm going to critically fail.
Villain
Bad Mr.
point.
Ribbit.
Here we go.
Another natural one.
Oh, come on!
The unicorn.
This is karma for all
How
the.
does it feel?
This is karma for not letting me use my spells.
That is. Whew. Well, thanks, Roll20. Love you.
We forgot to deposit the check this morning.
Will
Yeah,
not be
fair and
denied.
late.
Suck up that rainbow.
Wow. Well, so that's the thing that happened. Let's see. Creature is stunned for 1 round, then blinded for a minute. Oh, good. Good. That's
Well,
good.
I've never got to use this sad trombone sound with Siren's Cape. Let's see. Yeah, got it. It just a wah, 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 wah.
Well, that's
Yay.
great. That's fantastic. All right. So next up, that was Shensen. Next up, Varnasque. Varnasque is gonna go ahead and let's see. There's one right nearby. He's gonna go and actually, you know what? He's gonna throw at the priest who's in the back there, and he's gonna throw Alchemist Fire.
Nice.
And that is a critical hit
Very nice, very nice.
for 26 points of fire.
As he rolls almost max damage.
And let's see, that's also going to do 4 splash to the people nearby. And he's going to take persistent fire.
Oh my.
Oh boy. He's
It
having a
wasn't
bad
me
day.
this time.
He is going to take some persistent fire. We'll go ahead and do that and put a 4. All right. That was his first action. With his second action, he's going to go ahead and throw a bottled lightning at the other group. This may nick you, Roark.
I was just about to tell him to don't be afraid of the bottled lightning because I was born in a tempest squall.
Oh, that's fair. So he's going to deal 5 points of damage to one of them, and then there's 2 points of
Ooh,
splash.
that's loud.
I have resistance to electricity too.
Well, you take nothing.
Yeah.
And this kobold here is flat-footed because of the bottled lightning. And with his third action, he's gonna move over here. All right. That was Varnasque. Roark.
Okay.
Thunderbird.
Ha! Which one of these two kobolds looks worse off? I think probably the one that Lauren smashed over the head.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna attempt to tumble through his space.
All right.
That's a 25.
A 25 is a success.
All right.
It's a
that'll give
critical
me-
success, in fact.
Oh, cool. Doesn't do me much, but it'll give me the panache to do the confident finisher. Here comes that attack. He's flat-footed against me.
A 28. That is a critical hit.
All right. That's going to do 30 points of damage total.
You flip to the other side and impale that Boggard. The wart guard goes slumping to the ground, dead.
Ah!
By the way, Jason,
Yes.
that first Boggard actually made his will save against my spell because I'm sickened. I'm sickened 3, which reduces the DC by 3, which mean he would have made it.
Oh.
He's still dazzled, and his priest buddy is still in the zone, in the unicorn zone. But
Yeah, the one is gonna put me in a bad spot. I appreciate your honesty. I will go easy.
blame the sickness.
All right, Roark, do you have an action left?
I have one final action. I'm going to raise my buckler up against the other guy here.
Very
Okay.
good.
Come at me.
All right, top of the order, Ilana.
Completely random hypothetical question, but the answer is probably no. Do I get to still use my spells when in animal form?
If I recall correctly, you're limited in some ways.
Do we know the way I am limited? Because that does just change how I am going to do this.
Jason gets
It's going to
the
depend a lot on
book.
the spell you're trying to cast, because your material component pouch and stuff vanished into your form.
Oh, this
So
is
there are some challenges there. What spell were you trying to cast?
fungal infestation.
Fungal infestation.
God, can you imagine just a bear like attacking you, like a little tiny bear, like "Brr, brr," and it's like, "Hey, quit it!" And looks at you and just vomits fungal spores. Just, "Brr, brr."
They're
Yeah,
in the perfect 15-foot cone for me to do it. It would
Yeah,
be
I
a
don't-
sin if I didn't.
I'm afraid you cannot.
Yep, that's I figured as much. That's okay. I have a backup plan. This one, direct me in front of me, is going to get a face full of bear teeth.
Yeah, there you go. Bear teeth. That is a hit. Your bare teeth, your jaws latch onto the Boggard, dealing 6 points of damage. That was your first action. What else you got for me?
All right, these are probably not going to hit, but I don't have much other choice. I'm going to bite him again.
23 is going to be another solid hit. This one dealing significantly more damage. That's 17 more. You are ripping chunks of Boggard flesh and tossing them about the room. This Boggard looks very badly hurt, but he is still up.
I am very tired and very cranky. Last one. Ooh, that should be attack 3, not attack 2. Whoopsie. There we go, but 7 does not hit.
No, 7 is not going to quite do it. You go attempting to latch on a third time, but the panicked Boggard manages to dance away. We are to the poor Boggard Swamp Seer, who is stunned. So that's
Next.
That's less good.
Next slide.
I think he
Consider his life choices.
I think he burns. Is what he does mostly.
Here's the thing: he became stunned 1, which means he loses.
He's stunned for 1 round.
Oh, he's stunned for 1 round.
Yeah.
Is that what the spell says?
Yeah, let me go back. Yeah, critical failure. Creature is stunned for 1 round and then blinded for 1 minute.
So he's not. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, he's done. All right, next. Boggard Warriors.
No, he's not done. He still burns.
Oh,
he
yeah,
gets to burn.
Right. But I'm stunned. I can't burn because I didn't get to go. Oh, no, I do.
It's not how it works.
I'm going to go ahead and roll the flat check. I still get one of those. No. Failure. All right. He is still on fire, and now he's at least not stunned. So, there's that. He's looking up. He's only blind for 1 more minute. Or sorry, 9 more rounds. Ooh, yeah. Things are looking up for old Gil. All right. The Boggard Warriors are going to go. The Work Guard springs into action. This one that is facing off against you, Roark, is going to swing at you with a club. And not hit. Then is going to attempt to lash out at you with a tongue. It's not going to do it either. Wow. All right. That is well, third attack, might as well swing with the club, see what we get. Nope. Nothing there. All right. Swings wildly but does not manage to connect. The Boggard that is in front of Shensen is going to swing with the club.
Oh, get off. What?
That is a critical hit.
Critical.
However, I believe
I
need to check because I'm dazzled. I think that gives me
I think you roll a
It's a
D20 and
DC6.
yeah.
Concealed, yeah.
Can Shensen roll it?
No.
Why not?
No, of course not, because then you'll hero point it. We're not doing that.
I mean, we can't hero. We'll just say we can't hero point that one. I just want to see it on the table.
Well, when I roll, you should see it.
Oh well, let's see.
All right, let's see it. Here it is.
Darn it!
Hit. Take that. Take 22 points of damage.
Well, then
you
level
are
up.
brained with this club. He slams it right into your head.
Why?
And second attack is going to be attempt to grab you with the tongue. That's going to fail. They've not been able to attack anyone with their tongues. It's just not working out well for them today with the tongue attack. And the third attack. Oof.
That doesn't exist.
3. Yeah, I'd have trouble hitting an ooze with that roll. All right, the other Boggard Warrior, this is the last one, is going to swing at the ferocious bear that is trying to rip him limb from limb. Swinging a club, here it comes. A 12. Wow.
I catch the club in my bear paw.
That is less good. We're gonna try the tongue. Come on. Oh.
What happened to your dice, Jason?
I don't know. I rolled a crit, and then it was just like, now you get nothing but 2s and 3s.
This is what you get for not giving us our 3rd level spells at the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So that was a roll of an 18, but because it's the 3rd attack, it's gonna miss. I'm assuming.
Oh yes, my bear AC is 21.
That is your bear AC.
My bear AC.
I see.
16 plus my level.
I see what you're doing there. All right. Okay. The Boggards have now taken their swings, much to their dismay. That is the end of their actions. Lorne, we are back to you.
All right. I see. I think they have it up there. All right, Roark, can I help you out? Tactical projectile call. Boom. That is a 27 against it. And on top of Roark.
27 is a critical hit.
Hooray! And I rolled 15, so.
That Boggard takes a rock to the head. He looks very badly hurt from that, but somehow is still standing, staggering around. Part of his Boggard skull is missing, and gray reddish brain is visible, and he's just like
it's like, all right, Roark, you got it. Cast yelled, like, you got him, boy. Into my turn.
Shensen.
All right, this one right before me that hit me right in the face with a club. You're very bad, Mr. Ribbit. You're gonna have to go sleepy time. I'm gonna slash him with my scimitar. That's an awesome roll of a 10.
That is a terrible roll.
And then I'm going to go up to the next one next to Ilana and do a sweeping slash with the scimitar on my second attack.
All right.
That one's a 19, actually, because +1 from sweeping.
That will hit.
Yay, 7 damage.
Your scimitar slashes out, dealing 7 points of damage. However,
and then
is still standing.
Oh, then I'm going to take my third attack on him as well.
Looking badly hurt. You swing for a third
That's
time,
just
but it
an
does
11.
not manage to connect. All right, we are back to Varnasque. Varnasque is going to throw. Let's see. He's going to throw another bottled lightning back at the priest. Well, my Varnasque is rolling particularly well. That is going to be an armor class of 30, which is a critical hit. So that is going to do, let's see, 16 points of damage. The priest of Croak back there gets burned and then electrified and collapses to the ground. The Boggard that is directly in front of Ilana takes 4 points of splash and is also slain. The last remaining Boggard that is over there jolts from the electricity but manages to stay standing. You can see that this Boggard right here, the one that is right in front of Shensen, has only been barely hurt, but is now looking around in a bit of a panic as the only other standing Boggard has a serious head wound. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's, you know what? He is going to move back to here, and you see him draw. Oh, actually, you know what? He doesn't need to do that. He's going to move to right there. Varnasque is going to move to there and attack with a claw. And that roll went through. There it is.
Oh my.
Armor class of 20 is going to hit, which is also going to deal sneak attack. So it deals a total of 7.
Nice.
Slashes out at the Boggard, dealing some wounds to him, and he's like, "We gotta go, there could be more coming!" Roark.
Ah, yes, just a second. I'm gonna tumble through this Boggart space. Hopefully.
He barely
30.
knows where you're going.
Just kind of like push him to one side. Out of my way. All right. I am not going to use a common finish on her, but I do have panache, so this is just going to be a regular hit with some minor precision damage. 24 to hit for a total of 8.
You slash out and put this poor Boggard out of its misery. He was terribly, terribly wounded, and he collapses to the ground.
Poor thing.
Slumped over a crystal.
And then I will go ahead and take a third action to just surround this other guy.
Very good. Right, he was at. Realized I deleted the wrong one. All right. That was Roark. Ilana.
I don't need to take any steps. I can still attack this gentleman where I am, correct?
Yeah, you can attack him from the diagonal there. That's fine.
All right. I'm going to do my thing where I stand up on my hind legs and release a bear roar and come down on this Boggard.
He doesn't know what a bear is, so he's extra terrified.
I don't know if I can hero point that.
You can certainly hero point it because that roll was not
A 2.
not good. You rolled a 2.
I rolled a 2. That is not ending how I wanted it to end. Take 2. Oh no, it's worse.
The curse. It's the curse.
That's fine. I still have 2 more swings. All right. Let's try a bear claw instead. 22.
A 22 is a solid hit. Your claw slashes through the poor Boggard, but he is still managing to stay standing. He looks hurt, but not as critically as some of the others were before they fell.
I still have a third action.
You do.
I'm going to do a tick 2 and attempt to swipe another claw at him.
All right.
8 does not hit him.
No, not going to do it. The Boggard is going to go. Oh, this poor bastard. All right. He is going to swing wildly at Roark. Here comes a club. It's going to miss.
Yep.
He's going to, in a panic, try that again. 17 twice in a row. And with his third action, he's going to move. He is fleeing from this situation.
Hi, Mr. Ribbit. Tell him how badass we are. Make sure you don't come back. We hate you.
Aw, poor guy.
I'm supposed to be the mean one.
Yeah, no, I know. So he is fleeing north out of the chamber. Lauren, it's your turn.
No prisoners. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. No prisoners. Telekinetic projectile. Kaboof. No. Hero point. Try again. I don't know why I rolled.
16 is not going to do it.
No, I hear a point. I don't know why I rolled like twice. That's weird. Anyway, telekinetic projectile. Kaboof. 28.
28. This poor Boggard's running, and you just throw a chunk of crystal through the air. It hits the Boggard right in the back of the spine. You hear a sickening crunch, and the Boggard kind of doubles over, his back bent in a way that no one's back should ever bend.
That's 32 damage total if I math right.
Yeah, that was a critical hit. Yeah, no. He's
I just
dead.
imagine I light up the staff like it's like some sniper rifle or something. And just go, guide my aim, Grisfeld. Go boom into crushing.
He's like, Grisfeld appears and is like, I'm not comfortable with this.
I use Grisfeld's skull as a sight and just you just hear like a whiz and it just straight through the Boggard.
His eyes.
Hey, Roark.
I blow the smoke off the top of the staff, do a little twirl, like, I got him.
Yes, Shensen. Yes, Shensen.
Can you get this big diamond for me? I want it. It's
I'll
right
get you
here.
a piece.
See? No,
I see.
the
I
whole
see
thing.
I can't carry that. Also, I don't think that's a diamond.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
dejected.
We'll,
I'm
we'll bring you
dejected
something
too.
shiny.
So there are chunks of quartz around here, but I mean, it's pretty cloudy. I mean, it probably has some value, but not much. You could gather up some quartz if you wanted to.
I'll grab a tiny.
Learning
I'll
that
grab
it's-
one thingy.
How
Learning
long?
that it's not diamond, I get the broken heart condition.
Aw.
How long have we been hiking?
For right now, you've been traveling for several hours. It's been about 4 hours or so.
Okay. Can we put... I remembered I was still a bear.
Varnasque is like, oh, what is that thing?
Ilana, use your words. Oh, great. Now you're talking to the kobold, you're talking bear. I can't understand anything anyone's saying anymore.
Alana said that this is actually a diamond for real and that you should get it for me, Roark.
I pat Shensen's head with one of my bear paws.
See? Bear paw of truth.
I'm sure.
Actually, I think my time is almost up to change back.
Yeah, undoubtedly. So, Varnasque gathers back up, his stuff, and he's like, "Well, we should get going. That since they were fleeing that way, I'm wagering that's not the way to go. So we should probably go this way." And he points kind of to the chamber down here.
Are you sure?
All right. Should we roll a survival to make sure we don't go in a gigantic circle?
Varnasque is like, I'm pretty sure, that this is the right direction.
I don't know anything about caves anyway.
We're losing Shensen. Oh, Shensen, come back.
Wait, no, Shensen.
What? That's just where we're going, right?
Oh, all right, fine. Let's go.
Varnasque is like, I'm pretty sure this is the way to go.
Well, let's go. Let's just go.
So, you wander off into the darkness, trying to get away from this cave, and fortunately, the base assumption was correct. The direction that the Boggards were trying to flee to, or the Boggard was trying to flee to, was not the way to go. And in fact, this direction is leading you deeper down into the caves. You travel for several more hours, and you realize that you've dropped in elevation quite a bit, going deeper into the Darklands. And the cave has gotten very, very, very cold and very damp. So you've been traveling now for most of the day.
Okay.
I think we need to rest up here, fellas.
Yeah.
Is there condensation dripping from the ceiling?
Quite a bit.
I told you those tree frogs were telling us about rain. I told you.
Does it look like we're going to find an exit anytime soon?
Varnasque is like, probably not till we're to the other side of the lake.
Oh, the other side. For some reason, I thought it was going to take us out on this side of the lake. Okay.
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna. I think these caves go to the other side.
Oh, we're under the lake.
Yeah,
Possibly.
almost.
Oh,
Yeah. The lake down on this end is pretty shallow because that's where the bog is. But you can still get boats in and out, but it's not as deep as the other side of the Hungry Lake. That part's really deep.
do we rest up here before we, travel under a very deep, dangerous, unknown, dark cave under a cave?
Let us rest.
Yeah, we can probably find a place to rest. He's gonna make a survival check. Ilana, you can make one as well, trying to find a place to camp.
I'm good at finding things.
Why is it okay?
18.
Well, you find a place that isn't just have like a half foot of standing water, but it isn't exactly very comfortable. It's pretty damp. You find kind of a side cave that's raised up a little bit, but even then, there's kind of drips and drops from the ceiling all the time. But that said, it's better than being kind of out in a cave where there are active puddles and rivulets traveling through the area.
This is probably the best we're going to do without turning back and going back to the quartz cave.
Varnasque is like, yeah, we ain't going back there. The Boggards know where that place is.
All right. How's Shensen doing? Do I need to sit? How's Shensen doing? Do we need to do some medicine checks? Do we need to keep an eye on her?
I rolled a survival check, so I found a corner by this cave, and I'm just standing in the corner facing the wall, licking. I'm licking the condensation from this. Tastes like water.
You crave that mineral?
It's very salty.
Salt is good.
Oh, don't drink the
Just-
sea water.
just
I grab
have
her and
some-
guide her away.
Yeah, just have her drink some of the anti-plague and then do your stuff. And
See you later, Wall. I'll be back when they're asleep and can't stop me from licking you.
So, like everyone else heard that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's like, is she going to be okay?
Hopefully. I think
I haven't really seen the late stages of this. It could get ugly. Well, here's hoping that the brew that I made helps.
okay.
Indeed,
Anti-plague to get you through the night.
Yeah.
So
What is that?
So the way it works is it's a specially targeted anti-plague, alchemical anti-plague. So normally it would give a +2, but against this specific disease, it gives a +4.
Okay.
And,
then
is there any complication from the fact that I'm sickened and can't take medicine?
Yeah. I mean, they're getting you to drink it is actually quite a bit of a challenge.
do we still have Frong's chest gel?
I think you still have 1 dose of that.
All right. Let's give her some of that first, and then try to get some medicine down her.
Slime. I like the slime. It tingles.
And then can I add on top of that +4 with another medicine check?
You possibly can, but he's not going to have to make the save until the next morning. So you do have a chance to attempt to remove this, right? I mean, you do have... I know you were thinking about preparing some spells to possibly try and take care of this.
Yes, but we have to sleep through the night for me to get those spells, and
Yeah, but the check isn't going to come until tomorrow, so you have time, is what I'm saying.
we've got time. All right. So mostly we spend the night trying to get her to eat and drink something.
I don't want to. Tastes gross. I want to lick the wall.
Well, that's
if you don't eat your medicine, Shensen, I am going to summon Grisfell's skeleton and make him feed it to you with
Do
his
we
skull.
have? Well, no. Do we have sugar? We just need a spoonful of sugar.
You turning into Mary Poppins?
Sugar. Candy canes are made out of sugar, and so is maple syrup, and so are cookies, and so is cake, and so is pumpkin pie, and so are like rock candy. Remember that room we were just in had the giant diamond? What if that was rock candy? Let's go back.
I got a piece right here.
Okay.
Lick it.
I grab it
See
and
if
put it
it's
on my
rock
mouth.
candy.
It hurts. I'm trying to chew it.
Don't do it. Just Shensen.
Did she at least wait? So if we dip the rock candy in the medicine and hand it to Shensen,
Ew! Now I'm sick again. I spit it out. Blech. And I spit it out like a dog does. Like I just lean forward and open my mouth and let gravity take over. A lot of drool comes out.
Yeah, sure. So,
as long as she sleeps through the night and doesn't die.
the night passes. Everyone is able to get up and prepare their spells. That's right, Lauren. You can have your spells now.
Hooray!
And now we enter the pacifist part of the campaign where there are no more fights.
No!
Making friends with everybody.
I can't make friends with Fireball.
I actually got to agree with you on that. You can't make friends with Fireball. All right, so so Ilana, are you attempting to have you prepared anything to
We
help
have
out
prepared
Shensen?
some studying and a lot of desperation. A remove disease.
Just one, I'm assuming.
Just one.
All right. So
So-
this allows you to attempt a counteract check.
Yep. And it is from my spell roll, so it'd be a d20 plus 11. What do I need to beat?
You need to beat the DC of the ailment. So you're not entirely sure what that is, but it is a number.
It is a number, so let's do this. D20. Hey, roll 20, please. 23.
A 23 is a success. Shensen.
Hi.
Sorry, that was a very bad noise.
It's all go away. It's everything is gone.
The bean is gone.
Okay, I'm gonna like rub my eyes and kind of look around and say, so are we gonna go after that weirdo in the mushroom? You know, the one that had that giant mosquito.
Oh my god.
Where are we?
Varnasque is like right there, and he's like, "You talking about me?"
Oh my god.
Did I have an episode? What did I drink? Did I go out with Prong and?
Oh, you did every embarrassing thing imaginable. You were licking
I
walls. You were just.
I immediately start checking my body for new tattoos, and I do so in a way that's like I've obviously done this several times before.
A scar on the side, and just
you've got a tattoo on your arm that just says "Frong" in the middle of a heart.
I love Frong.
I check for scars from where somebody may have harvested a kidney. All of the normal stuff, you know.
Yeah. So you wake up and it is kind of like coming out of a fever dream. The magic washes through you and just wipes away the sickness, and you feel renewed and desperately hungry. You really have not eaten much in the past few days, and you are starving.
Anyone have like something like a
Did we take the fly soup with us?
piece of bread?
we should
container?
have rations with us.
Little
Here, have
bowl.
one of my medieval
some-
memories. Here you
Are
go.
there any Pathfinder Twinkies?
Yeah, I mean you can get some food. The party has some trail rations and stuff with them, not to mention everybody had plentiful amounts of fungus that you couldn't eat.
Mushroom.
All
All
right.
right. Ooh, I have these. I eat them.
Oh, hey, there you go. So you break out some old trail rations from back. Are those from your starting character pack?
Oh yeah. These raisins probably didn't spoil.
Well, but there's like hardtack in there and travel biscuits and stuff. So it's actually like surface food.
Ooh.
Pathfinder MREs never expire. What are you talking about?
It's not like you've been down here in a swamp for a week.
I will adjust my my number of rations from 7 to 3. I eat a lot of them.
Oh, you're gonna get.
That's pretty accurate too, considering there's a few parts that have gone bad and you have to kind of toss. But you managed to make do. All right, so everybody packs up, and you were all able to get a night's rest, so you all get back your some hit points and are able to heal yourselves back up, and you continue on your way. The journey leads kind of deeper and further underground. Eventually, you reach a point where there are some streams of just like the water that is coming from above that is leaking from the underside of the lake into these narrow caves, creates kind of additional streams of water that are all flowing towards the great chasm. But there are bridges and there are ways to jump across them, and it's slow going, but you do make some progress. And by the mid afternoon of the next day, the path begins to rise back up again. And Varnasque is like, there's only one way to go but up. And your journey takes you kind of up and up and up until eventually it comes out into the open. And the cavern opens back up, and you're looking out at the lake. And from this vantage point, far off in the distance, you can see the kind of faint lights on the far side of the lake of the stench bog. You can even see the kind of mushroom from this distance. So just so you have a sense of where you're at, you've kind of come out like down here.
What is that? Is that an opening into another cave?
This up here, is that what you're referring to?
Yeah.
That is a cave opening that is high above, overlooking this area. I'm not sure you've ever actually been there. It's just an artifact of the map. But there are caves that have traveled underneath the kind of bog and come out over here.
All right.
And you're on this side, and Varnasque is like, all right, well, because you're on this, it's weird. There's like a mushwood pier sitting here. And Varnasque
who uses
like,
this?
He's like, well, we're not in luck, so we're gonna have to wait. But that's okay. And he kind of goes down to the end of the pier, and he lights a lantern, which glows kind of a faint blue flame.
Uh-oh. Does anybody have 2 pennies?
No. He's like,
That's not
don't
a
be
good
silly. We just gotta call the sobbing fairy. It'll be fine.
What makes it sobbing?
Well,
and is it a fairy as in a boat or a fairy as in like some sort of depressed fae?
he's like, it's like, that's an interesting question. It's better for, it's hard to explain.
2, 4, 6, 8. Does anybody have 10 pennies?
He's like, why do you want copper pieces? What are you talking about?
We're going over the lake of the dead, and we have to pay the horseman of death, right? Isn't that how it
2
works?
pennies for the boatman.
Horseman? What's a horse?
Oh, Lorne, there's your cue.
No, I have much bigger plans.
I have horse disappointment.
He's like, you might as well sit down and take it easy. It could be a while.
I sit down
Okay.
and take it easy.
So I sit down and use my violin to entertain us.
Stick my bare halfling feet into the water off the pier.
So several hours pass, and you've all kind of taken your ease. And to be honest, after a long trek through uneven caves, the chance to just kind of sit, maybe dip your toes in the water, maybe, relax a bit, is actually kind of a nice respite from the panic and flight of the past 24 hours. And you're able to kind of sit here and reflect and look back upon your experiences. And it's in this time that suddenly you all kind of notice this faint kind of sobbing sound. It sounds like someone is crying. And Varnasque kind of hops up and is like, she's here. And as he says that, out of the gloom, kind of from the depths of the lake, there is a pair of lights slowly coming toward you. 2 blue lights, and they're getting kind of further apart as it gets closer. And soon after, you can see that there is some small shack making its way toward you. The pale blue light is illuminating this eerie, kind of odd shanty shack that is floating across the water toward you. And these 2 lights, at first you might have thought they were like glowing eyes or something, but as they've drawn closer, you can see that they are blue lanterns. Similar to the one at the end of the pier here. And as it draws close, you can see that there is this robed figure sitting on a bench at the front of this weird little island that is approaching you with this shack on it. And the sobbing seems to be coming from that. And Varnasque looks at all of you and says, see? The sobbing fairy. He says, he kind of looks at you and cups his hands and is like, don't stare too much. She doesn't like it when people stare. And don't ask her about the crying. It's not worth it.
But why?
It's just her thing, okay? She's always sad. I don't know, but she likes guiding people around, so don't worry about it.
But she's sad.
And as it draws close, you quickly come to realize that the tiny little island is no island at all. And in fact, it is the back of a shell. In fact, there is a giant turtle making its way toward you with a cloaked figure on its back.
That you can finally talk to this one.
And at that, we are going to take a little break, give everybody a chance to go get themselves another beverage and get ready for the second half of this exciting episode of Band of Bravos. I hope you will stay tuned. We will be back in just about 5 minutes or so, 5-10 minutes. See you in just a few, everybody. Stay tuned. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. When we went on break, the party had finally managed to escape the clutches of the vile Boggards that were giving them chase, and had made their way to a strange, mysterious pier out at the edge of at the water's edge of the Hungry Lake. And there, Varnasque lit a blue lantern, and moments later, this lantern, or sorry, not moments, I guess it was hours. Hours later, a pair of blue lights came up out of the darkness, and from that, you quickly came to realize that there was a giant turtle making its way to you, and on that turtle's back was a small ramshackle house. And this entire thing was being guided by this cloaked figure that you can hear silently sobbing as you make your way up. Varnasque was like, "Don't ask, just don't stare. It's fine." And so as you stand there on this dock, the turtle kind of silently kind of plops up, and you can see its head kind of come up out of the water and give you all an eye, and just kind of look at all of you and then go back down into the water.
No, wait, come back.
No.
Wait. There it is. Wait, come back.
The turtle is just kind of looking kind of up at all of you, just kind of giving you an eye with one side of its head.
I want to make friends with the turtle.
Okay. Well,
Yep.
that's not just like a button.
That's why I did the wild empathy. It's I want to make.
It's more like a lever
Yeah,
or a dial.
clearly it takes some time and effort.
It's spam out empathy to everything.
Yeah. You have to find the right gift to give it, and you have to give it to it 4 times. It's fine.
Side quest.
I see that you have hit wild empathy 4 times to be like this.
Make friends with the turtle.
All right. Well, you can make a diplomacy check to attempt to
Yes.
be like, "Hello, turtle."
I am absolutely going to do this. You haven't let me make friends with anybody. I'm going to hold Russell out to the turtle.
I'm just imagining Ilana going up to the front, just being super aggressively friendly, going, "Yo, turtle! Get up here! I want to be friends, man!"
You just tell out a plant monster to a notoriously herbivorous creature.
That's how you make friends. Wait, are you? I'll bring
You
the
hold
turtle a
Russell
snack.
out, and the turtle kind of looks, and it raises its head up out of the water, and mind you, its head is as big as you are.
Yes.
You know, it's large. This thing is gigantic, and it kind of raises its turtle head up out at you, and kind of you hear kind of doing deep inhalation, and Russell is kind of like, and then it just exhales and blows kind of turtle snot and lake water all over you, and just kind of shrugs and looks back.
You got
at
a
the water.
turtle. You got a turtle kiss. That's so cute.
I've made friends with the turtle.
Yay!
Quest complete.
As the turtle pulls up to the dock, the ferry master mistress comes up to you and is like, "Well, get on, dearies. I don't have all day." And Varnasque was like, "Hey there, Malvina. How are you?"
Malvina, is it? We are the Band of Bravos, and we humbly thank you for your transportation. Does this require payment?
"Oh, think nothing of it, dearies. I do just love to guide around the lake. Please get on board. We'll talk
Thank
and
you.
share stories. That's all I ask."
Ah,
I love
we
her.
love stories. Let's go.
Oh, me as well. And at this, you notice that this figure is wearing this thick black and gray robe, and out of the bottom of it, you're on this turtle shell, and it's pretty flat. I mean, it's got a curve to it, but you can see out of the bottom of the robes there's water or like tears pouring out from this figure, going down to the edge and dripping off the shell into the lake.
I am very curious.
Anna, he told us not to stare. Don't be rude.
I'm not staring.
What are you doing then? You're literally looking at her.
What are you attempting to do with that perception check?
Oh, I was just wondering if there's any extra details we could see besides the fact that there's tears trailing out from under her cloak into the lake.
So what you're saying is you're looking.
Yeah, you're looking at her. You're staring really hard with a 29.
I'm really
Is it maybe
short.
sneaky
She can't
side-eye?
notice me. It's a sneaky side eye.
Rude.
You are doing that, and I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna turn on my GM dice so you can't see them. All right. She kind of, the moment you start giving her kind of side eye, she kind of swirls around so that you can't see, and now you're looking at her back so that you can't see underneath her hood, and she's like, "Now don't be rude, dearies. Come on board and make yourselves at home."
I mean, I really had no other choice to look up at her. I am.
There's a whole shack of turtle, man.
Yes, come on board. Whereabouts are you heading?
We're headed to
Kobold
Kobold
Town.
Town.
Yeah, as Roark said, my bad.
No,
Well,
worries.
we'll certainly be putting in there soon enough.
So, have you been doing this quite this long, Malvina?
What? You're not actually climbing onto the turtle's head, are you?
Everyone stop being monkeying around.
Now it's getting
Everyone
creepy.
Monkeys?
Just
No,
running.
don't do it. Ilana, don't. I know what you've got. Don't do it. That was not
It's like
the time.
a trigger word now. You got to be careful with that word around here.
Turn into a shark and swirl around its head. See how it reacts.
That's
Can I
gonna
turn
go
into
well.
a turtle?
Just smile with big shark teeth and go, "I love you."
Yeah, I mean that's a thing you could do. So,
No, we'll be polite. We'll all sit down with Malvina and we'll tell stories.
So you all embark upon the turtle, and the turtle looks kind of back up, and Malvina is like, "Oh, come on, Mogari, let's get moving," and she just kind of leans forward and whispers at the turtle, and the turtle begins to silently paddle across the hungry lake, taking you all far away from shore, and Shensen is running all over the place.
I have energy again.
No riding on the turtle.
I'm not running. I'm walking fast.
Now be careful. I don't want anyone falling off.
I can swim good now.
I can fish you out with a pole if I have to. I wouldn't want to lose another passenger.
How many have you lost?
Lord, you just told me not to be rude.
I'm not being
Well,
rude.
you
It's
know.
obviously a conversation piece. And she,
For as long as I've been doing this, there accidents happen.
is it like in
But
the
Please take a seat.
like the twos or the hundreds?
Oh, it's nothing to worry about. It'll be a safe, short
Oh,
little
I'm not
journey.
worried about the safety. I bet you are the best person for the business. I was just genuinely curious.
Well, it's neither here nor there. So tell me, where
Fine. This embassy has no dialogue. It's all grayed out. Just exit.
Well, she did say she likes stories. I'm going to go up and sit right next to her, but on the turtle shell.
So tell me, dears, what's going on? What's the news?
Sounds like a story for a story. Where do we begin?
Well, I only want the juiciest gossip.
Well, that's
We can
heavy.
put
We
out a
could tell
show
her
for
about
it.
how. We could tell. Did you know how they make mushwood? We figured that out.
Oh, you've learned the Boggart secret, have you?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get it out there.
Varnasque is like, oh, ho, ho, you've found the right person to tell it to if you want it to spread to everybody. Everybody knows that Malvina always has the juiciest gossip.
Well, let's trade a story for a story. We tell how we got up to this point, and we hear everything there is to hear.
Varnasque, or Malvina looks at Varnasque and says, like, now shush, dear. I just like a good tale, and who could blame me for telling others who catch a ride with me and Mogari?
Her name is Mogari. Wait, is it a her or a he?
Mogari, she's a lovely, lovely turtle. Her and I have been traveling for a long time.
This was a very important note to take. I needed to know Mogari's name. All right. Can I roll Halfling Lore to tell a very riveting tale of all of our adventures in Cobalt Town and the Boggard Town?
That's not really halfling lore. I mean, that's more like
Storytelling, it's a
performance.
performance.
that would
we
be a
won't-
performance check.
Okay.
Halfling lore would be like to tell a story about, some like
That time
halfling.
you almost
How
stubbed your
once
toe,
my-
but then it wasn't.
Once my hole got a leak.
I'm going to go with a performance, just to tell a riveting story of our adventure so far.
Okay, so
And then the whole time, I'm also just like petting the turtle.
so you're just petting the shell.
Well, you wouldn't let me sit on her head.
Well, her head, the shell is very stable. That is staying nice and level on the water. It only has a little bit of wave. But the head and the flippers, those are kind of going up and out of the water on
I mean,
occasion.
I feel like no one's stopping you. We're just warning you.
There's a decent chance you're going to end up in the drink, as
It's
it were.
been a while since I've been around a friendly animal, okay?
Well,
So,
go on.
Okay.
Yeah, so you are making this performance check, and is there anything in, like, what are you trying to tell her? That's kind of what I'm curious. What's the scope of the story?
Let's go with how the entire adventure in the Boggard town, arriving at the Boggard town, including the adventure with the Hydra and our friend Frong, and I suppose we want to talk about Quokka and the shark and the giant toad monster and everything up until now.
The moment you mentioned that you were arriving there looking for a boat, Malvina is like, "Oh, did you speak to good Quokka?" So you basically tell her the story of Boggards Town. Then.
Yes.
You leave out the stuff about the Goblin King and stuff.
We do leave out for now, and I also leave out the accidental complete murder.
The what?
Yeah, it's left out. Don't worry about it.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, we didn't mention anything about it.
Oh, well, in that case, I suppose we're fine. She's like, oh, that's a riveting yarn. And now, do you tell her about the Mabogo?
Group huddle. Do we tell her about the Mabogos?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Don't. I will.
Yeah.
Anybody is welcome to join in with this
No, I've
tale
seen
and
it.
just do the whole Band of Bravos thing.
Yeah,
I'm
Roark
I was
sorry.
the
saw
only
it.
one who saw it.
I'm gonna
It was
aid with my performance check.
Oh,
Pretty good.
Actually, I don't know if you want to start mentioning, Roark, that you're the one who saw it. I think you might have said that some people saw it and told the news.
I think if everyone starts explaining it, I get a little jealous or feeling of being upstaged. So
I'm
like, no,
telling
I'm
this-
the only one who really saw it.
Oh, that cat in the barrel sounds like a dog.
It's like I'm very much doing this very like storyteller on the fire, because it's been a long time since we've actually had a performance to tell a story since Cobalt Town.
Oh,
I think
sure.
we're all very excited about this.
All right. So you tell this kind of wild yarn of infiltrating the Boggard Town, going to try and solve their problem with wood, and meeting Varnasque, and Varnasque fills in his part about how he was lurking out there looking for vengeance. Ilana keeps trying to jump on top of the turtle's head.
Well, she made it 30 in acrobatics and a natural 20. I guess she's on it.
They're friends.
Ask the roll first.
Half the way through the story, Mogari brings her head up out of the water, kind of blows out some air, and Ilana jumps atop Mogari's head. And Mogari's like, and makes this kind of very low rumble that kind of all of you can feel.
Ooh, it's a turtle gurgle.
Wait, is it similar to like a happy noise, or is she upset?
Unclear. It doesn't sound. You're not sure what a happy turtle sound is. Is that a druid thing? Is that a thing that druids know? Give me a nature check.
Yes. Yes. 21.
It's probably a pretty, like, more like surprise, if anything, if you're reading it right.
I'm still petting her. I'm going to offer her some cram from my pack.
She kind of, as you kind of try and fish, like, around her face to
Just
get it
throw it in
mouth.
front of her and let her scoop it up.
Yeah, you do end up needing to kind of toss it in the water and just let her kind of
Swim
scoop it
into
up.
it.
Yeah, and she does that, but like a moment later, you see her kind of like, nah, and it just kind of falls out of her mouth, and Malvina's like, now don't worry about her. She gets plenty of food from the lake, and it's at that you notice that the turtle has pulled out deep into the lake, to the point where, due to the darkness, you really can't see the walls anymore. It's like you're in this kind of black abyss. There is nothing in sight except for this turtle and its pale blue lights. And there's a few mounted on top of the house as well, that are like on the back. So there's light all the way around. But it is kind of eerie because the water is so still. Like the only movement from the water is well, obviously the wake created by Mogari and the occasional drips from the ceiling above, which come and fall in ponderous splashes in the water nearby that at first make you kind of jump. It's like, what was that? But you quickly come to realize that it's just the slow, steady cadence of drips and drops from the ceiling in the fathomless dark above.
Shensen, are you playing spooky violin music?
I am. Spooky violin music.
So she also likes telling stories. So we told a story. Do we get a story from Mogari?
Well, Mogari is
Malvina?
the turtle. You're not sure the turtle's going to tell many stories.
Well,
but,
the turtle has plenty of stories to tell just because you can't hear them.
Turtle story.
Turtle stories. Does Malvina have tales to tell?
She's like, oh, I have so many stories. What would you like to hear? Would you? I've heard so many rumors lately. I even heard a wild, outlandish rumor as she kind of turns her hooded visage from one to each one of you, that there's a group of outlandish sky breathers that have come down to the cave. I wonder if that might be true. She kind of looks at all.
Is that rumor about incredibly talented and beautiful outlanders?
I heard tale that there were strange outsiders who had come down from above, looking to make their fortune.
That
Could that
sounds
be you?
stupid.
Yeah, that's not 100% true, but rumors, right?
There are also tales of these orcs and their newfound riches. The people of the lake are quite abuzz with that. Rumor has it that the drow of the eye, they are quite put out by this.
Aw. Ooh, tell us about the cloakers. Do they have like a secret back door, or are they afraid of something, or?
She looks at and by the I should note, you can't get any sense of what Malvina looks like. her hood leads to fathomless blackness and is pulled very low. Her hands have these kind of soft black leather gloves, and her robes are kind of pulled. Her cloak and robes are kind of pulled tight around her. Occasionally, you can see a foot, but it has like this simple leather shoe on it, so you can't really make out much about her. And when she looks at you, she really just turns to you.
When she moves and her boot flexes, does it flex like a way that it might if there was a hoof inside it instead of a foot?
No, but
okay.
It's really hard to get a sense of that. You think there are feet in there, but she throughout your tale, she occasionally kind of quietly weeps, and throughout all of this, like thin rivulets of water flow from underneath her robes and trail down the side of this turtle shell into the lake.
Can I make a religion check or an occultism check to maybe get some sort of insight into what she is?
You could try an occultism check. It'd be a pretty hard check.
27.
Well, occultism is narrowing in on some things for you. The crying, the constant crying is really your only clue here. And there are some creatures who cry, according to legend. But occultism doesn't really address them very much. You're pretty sure they're fae.
Yay.
So she's like, yes, the orcs, they are really shaking things up down here. Everything has been quite unbalanced since they found their riches. Climbing the ladder, as it were.
I think it's well deserved from what we've heard of the history of the orcs.
Oh, yes, they've had a terrible time here. Terrible. Did you know that they used to almost be the only people who lived here?
I think we heard something along those lines. We heard a story, actually. A fable, an allegory of sorts to the orcs' trials and travails.
Ah, yes. Well, that was all before the kobolds came and their powerful patron who drove many from this place. But those days are long gone.
Oh yes, the mother of the kobolds, the dragon. Yes, I believe.
Ah, yes. That was a bit before my time. Not much, but a bit. I came in the days after, when the kobolds were scattered. They did not know what they would do without their patron. Oh, that was when the world was stirred. The elements themselves fought against each other, much as they do today.
Do you know anything about a stone golem that roams the streets of Kobold Town and the caverns and the Great Stair? We saw it on the stair as well.
Ah, that is an interesting tale. I wish to hear more of it. I have only heard that these strange stone visitors have arrived in Kobold Town, but they never stay long. They always leave.
When did they start arriving?
Oh, the rumors, they're rarely so accurate. But I've heard tales that some of them started arriving only a few months ago. Before that, no one had ever heard of such outlandish creatures, except for in old paintings.
Yeah.
Yes. With them, there's wild rumors and tales that their stomping has stirred up all sorts of things down here in the Forever Vault. Ghostly vapors rising up from ancient bones, cascading through the streets of Kobold Town, frightening children in their beds. Oh, it's a delightful time for rumors.
Are you talking about ghosts?
She's like, I would never. It's just a rumor. I wouldn't put too much stock in it.
Nah, of course. And there's one more group. You mentioned the Drow, and do they all worship the creepy eye, the dripping eyeball?
Oh, now there's some juicy rumors I wish I had more of. Let me tell you.
I'm gonna lean in and get more curious when she starts talking about Drow.
We've had a run-in with them. Some cultists of this, whatever it was. Shensen, it was like a demon of some kind, right? A demon lord, I believe.
Yeah, slime demon.
Slime demon, yes.
The Lord of the Oozing Eye. Yes, we've all heard of her. Tarnathia. That is her name, if I recall correctly. When her and her ilk came to this cave, it was ages ago. They brought their fanatical faith here, and over the years, some have left, some have stayed, more have come. Such is the way of such small groups of the fanatically devoted.
But the main collection of Drow who have monopolized the fishing industry on this lake, are they the same?
Oh, one and the same indeed. Yes, the cult is very strong. Very strong, although rumor has it not strong enough to keep their wayward daughter in check.
Well, we can tell you a
bit
story.
of gossip that is.
I bet it is. I think we might have even met her.
You've met Ivana?
Yes, we did. We rescued her.
Does she have friends?
Oh, well, now you need to tell me more of this tale. And she kind of reaches her hand underneath a chin, but it's still all hooded, so you can't see anything. And she's just like, oh, do tell me. Yes, you have had dealings with this wayward daughter of the Drow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had dealings, and we helped perhaps kidnapped her and delivered her to safety. But now
I'm wondering.
It wasn't kidnapping; it was rescuing.
Rescuing's a good word.
We rescued her from being kidnapped.
Yeah.
But now I'm worried. But did we deliver her actually to safety, or did we give her back to the hands of the Drow?
Well, there are many in Kobold Town who have fled from the machinations of the Lord of the Oozing Eye.
Okay, I look much less panicked immediately.
Those who break free from her influence often travel there, although some find that their slimy tendrils can even reach into the back alleys of that safe house.
I'm trying to decide if she's like talking in metaphor now.
And she's like, no, now tell me. You band of bravos, you sure have seen a lot. What else have you done? Where are you from?
We're from the surface.
Everywhere, I suppose.
Yeah.
I thought you might have been the sky breathers that many are talking about these days.
If there's another group of sky breathers down here, I'd like to meet them.
I wouldn't, because that might be Thrunies.
No, then we could put a stop to whatever it is they're up to. Because it can't be up to no good.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
You know. Mm-hmm.
Well, you're not the only ones from the surface who venture down here. There are others.
Do you perhaps know where they are? It'd be nice to meet up with some sky breathers again. Swap stories and hear news from the above land.
Well, I heard rumor recently that there is someone who's come down here in search of all of you.
A fan?
Well, at least that's what the rumor is.
Well, let's hear that rumor.
What were they wearing? Was it red and black?
I'm afraid I have little more than that, but there was rumor that someone from the surface has come searching for the band of bravos, but I can't imagine who that would be. It's such an awfully long way to go.
Indeed. No, it took us a while to get here.
Who did you hear that rumor from?
Oh, a fairy woman never reveals her sources.
Ooh, I pout a little bit.
Now I regret not asking you if I could get mind reading.
Yeah, I think I know what I would have given as an answer.
Yeah, dang it.
There's a reason we made that spell uncommon.
Exactly.
So, you're all kind of paddling along on this boat, and not boat, this turtle. And as you're making your way, the boat suddenly slows. And you've been traveling now for a few hours. All of this time you've been kind of out in the middle of this lake, just in the middle of darkness. And Mogari suddenly kind of gives off kind of a loud clonk, like clicking noise that reverberates through her shell. And Malvina's like, oh dear, oh dear. And suddenly gets up and runs inside of her house and slams the door shut.
What just happened?
I'm going to look for swimming Thrunies. Since I mentioned that, I'm assuming that there's like Thrune agents after me now.
I'm going to roll perception and see if we can spot. It's very dark, isn't it? What does 23 spot us?
So, Ilana, you're taking a look around, trying to figure out what is going on when Mogari's head suddenly dives underneath the water, pulling back into its shell.
Oh, blah, 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 blah. All right. Something's coming up. Something's caused her.
Oh, wait. The cat has to go back inside, too.
Well, something's caused lots of distress. Do you guys see anything?
I saw her back flippers wiggle around. Oh, my God.
Oh.
So, all of her flippers suddenly retract back into her shell.
Does she still have her happy hearts going, or is she scared?
No, the happy hearts are now gone. And everybody give me a perception check.
Perception, take 2.
Oh, boy.
20.
It is Thrunies. I'm sure of it.
Just a 12.
Got a
Long
9.
gets a 16.
And let me go ahead and roll. Yeah, there's them NPC dice. So Varnasque is like standing over here and he's like, what the hell is that? And over here in the water, you see what appears to be like the head of a giant snake, maybe, comes snaking up out of the water to attack.
Ah, it's a Loch Ness.
Uh-oh.
I don't think I can make friends with this one.
Yay! Look at it. He's so happy. Hi!
Oh,
You
yeah.
guys!
Hey, how's it going? You guys have hamburgers for me?
Hey, you guys!
All right. So, at that, I'm going to need everyone to roll some initiative.
33.
Lon got a 22.
That's another
25.
natural 20 on initiative, Ilana. Jeez.
How it be? I'm about to protect my friend.
All right. So all that you can see of this creature is its head. I want to be clear about that. You cannot see its body. It's down beneath the waves somewhere. But there is some large form down there that this long neck and head are just a part of. So that is what you see. Ilana, you are getting to go first.
All right, so I see this very large snake-like head coming straight at Mulgari, who is my new friend, who I'm about to protect. So hydraulic push, and push it away, and got a 1. Okay.
You unleash a hydraulic push at this thing and blast the sea serpent with water. It dives its head down under the water and is completely unaffected. You do still have one action remaining.
I'm going to get a little further in on the turtle shell because I imagine it pulling us under.
Ah. All right. That was Ilana, unfortunately. Now, the sea serpent goes, and the first thing it is going to do is its head comes snaking out of the water, making a beeline straight for Lorne.
Well, it's nice knowing you folks, because that's a 32. That is, that's what we call crits in Pathfinder Second Edition with the 24 piercing damage. So, 24 times 2 is what, gentlemen?
Is 48.
Oh,
Excellent. You want to know how much hit points I have exactly?
Is it 48?
It's 48. I go down.
No!
And bleh.
So, you are unconscious and reduced to dying 2 right away. And after knocking you to the ground, it is then going to reach out and attempt to bite Ilana with its second attack. Wow. Really?
definitely does not hit.
That was a 1. I am going to use a villain point on that.
Why didn't I use a hero point on that hydraulic push? Oh, heck.
Monster.
Here it comes. There we go. That's significantly better. That is a 29 to hit.
That's on the second attack. That does hit.
Yeah. So go ahead and take 20 points of damage as the head bites onto you. And then it is, with its third action, it's going to grab you.
Oh. Okay. Am I getting dragged overboard?
I mean, not right at the moment.
All right. This is fine.
All right. At that.
Just to
next-
remind you, you might want to change my initiative order. We should just keep
Oh,
going
yeah.
through
No,
it.
you're absolutely right. Let me go ahead and move
Yeah, I don't want us to forget.
you to right before the Loch Ness Monster. All right. So next up, Varnasque is going to go. He screams out in kind of a primal panic, moves up a little bit, climbs up over onto the stairs, and from that vantage point, he is going to throw. He's going to throw an alchemist fire at it. Yeah, he's going to try that. An armor class of 26 is going to hit, so he's going to go ahead and deal some fire damage with that. That is going to do 15. That's pretty good. Sure, I don't know anything about that. Nope. Okay. So, 15 fire damage. Yeah, he scorches his head. It is now on fire. Briefly. Assuming it doesn't go back under the water. All right. There's that. And with his third and final action, he's going to bang on the door and scream, "Let us in! Let us in!" Come on! And that is the end of his turn. Shensen.
Whew. All right, I'm going to adjust my initial plan to make a really loud, noisy spell that would hurt that monster, and instead throw a third level soothe over toward you, Peyton, for 25 healing.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Wow, look at that.
And then I'm going to do a lingering composition with Inspire Courage. Here comes the performance check. Ooh, it's a 19.
You
I'm a hero
happy
point
with that?
No, I'm hero pointing that.
Yeah.
27.
That is a success.
All right, so we got 3 rounds of bard music, or bard bonus, or bard
All right.
shenanigans.
Our shenanigans are go. Roark, up to you.
Yes. Can I stand on the edge of this shell there, right, just south of it, right, sort of north of Lorne?
Yeah.
And if I do that, can I reach its neck at least? So we're part of its head?
Wouldn't its head still be on the shell because it's grabbing onto me? But it didn't. Did it pull me into the water?
No, it did not pull you into the water. It just grabbed you. Yeah, I mean, it basically just counts as having cover because there isn't a lot of it you can hit. But you can obviously attack it.
Right, yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stride forward here. And I'm like, Lorne, get behind me!
I'm just prone and dead.
You're fine. And I will attack with my sword.
Yay!
A 32.
Class 32.
Nice.
Is a hit.
Nice. So that's only 8. I don't have any panache or any precision damage. And then I will raise my shield, raise up the buckler because I don't want to get critical. I'm going to get hit for sure, but I'm going to get critical. Well, I guess if Ilana doesn't get swallowed first.
It's one of those things about second edition that you don't quite grok until later on. It's to some extent it's like that first attack has a very good chance of hitting, but if you can reduce the chance of the crit, that's the difference between victory and defeat. So you slash out at the Elasmosaurus and slice its neck a bit, but it is still got a firm grasp on Ilana, and we are back to the top of the order. Ilana, what do you got for me?
All right. I am going to put my hands on whatever part of it I can reach, whether that's inside of the mouth or around the jaw.
That's around the jaw.
Today, and I'm going to produce flame. And 13 definitely does not hit, does it?
Yeah, a 2 is definitely not going to do it.
All right,
Yeah,
so I'm going to
2
hero
points.
point that.
Yeah,
I'm going
there
to
you go.
hero point it. Try again. 27.
A 27 is a solid hit. You blast this thing's face with flame, dealing 12 points of damage to it.
+1.
13 points of damage to it.
Yes.
Lucky 13.
And while I am burning it, can I use my third action to wiggle out of its maw?
You can
What the
attempt to.
Can I play the teacher's pet here?
Sure.
yeah.
Being grabbed, you're being grabbed, so
Yeah.
you have to attempt a flat check to do a manipulate action, which is all spells, which
Yeah.
includes spells, I should say.
Yeah, no, that's a very solid point. I am going to need you to make that check.
And it's
Alright,
just a
what-
DC 5. You just have to
Yeah, it's
get
pretty
a 5
easy.
or more on a D20.
All right. Hey, roll 20. Don't be a jerk.
You kind of asked for it. I don't know what to do there. Oh, you're fine. There you go. All right.
There you go.
And now you can attempt either an acrobatics check, an athletics check, or an unarmed strike to attempt to break free. I should note that the first spell was an attack, so this breaking free will take a -5 penalty.
All right. Oh, dear. All right. Acrobatics. 10.
Yeah, that's not going to do it.
I'm not getting out, but I did blast its face a little bit, so it's a little toasty in here.
You did. Lorne.
Sup?
You are prone.
Yeah.
You weren't
Yeah.
even looking at this thing. You got bit in the back of the neck
I was just chilling, man.
and slammed into the house, and you woke up. You're covered in your own blood.
All
That
right,
was a
so
surprise.
I'm just on my back, and I put my hands together, and I go, and a hippogriff comes to top of the sky as I cast Summon Animal, heightened up. So I hope you got the token. If you need to quickly look for it, go ahead. I summon it to basically land behind Ilana. So I don't know if it's like a large creature or whatever. So I assume it would
So-
take the 4 squares.
So this is giving you a hippogriff.
A hippogriff. It's like I'm summoning a creature, so I'm like blah blah blah, blah, and basically it'll like behind Ilana. I could summon it basically like 30 feet, yeah, just so it doesn't get immediately hit or whatever.
All right. So you conjure a hippogriff. It immediately gets to go.
And its orders are to chill out for a moment.
Just chill out.
Chill out.
It has two actions right
That's
now.
cool.
It could attack.
I mean,
I have regrets about my soothe spell all of a sudden.
Here's okay. If we're gonna allow it to do his 2 actions that I'm giving it, I want it to drag me back and put it on its back.
So you want to summon it near you then?
No. It can come out through a friendly space, grab me, and pull me back and get on top of it.
Well, I mean,
if I cannot do that, it stays right there.
All right, it's staying right there.
And if the head's on Ilana and it can attack, then I would like to do that, if that's okay.
Well, so normally this would be a weird situation because it's grappling her, though. It has to have its head and neck over there, and it has this weird ability that allows it to do that while its body is somewhere else. So I'm assuming it has cover, and the hippogriff can attack it. So
I'm okay with it having cover and all that. I'm all
right.
good with it. So
it doesn't have a great chance of hitting, but it can try.
Yeah, feel free to go for it. If you need, I could probably just straight up roll for it. If you got it. There you go.
That is actually a hit.
Hooray! The hippogriff goes. It does like 5 damage.
Yes, it does. And then it's going to swipe out with the talon just because it's agile and it has a better chance, but that's not going to hit it. 22 is not. So it swipes out twice really quickly, spending both of its actions and kind of and Varnasque is like, "What the hell is that?"
And the hippogriff, don't hurt it, I'll kill you. It's one of the only friendly animals in this entire world.
All right. Well, that would be the end of Lauren's turn. Where did initiative go? Did I close initiative? I missed it. Okay. All right. So, Lauren, that's going to go on your turn every round. I'm not giving it its own separate.
Yeah. I get you.
All right. So the Elasmosaurus is going to go. So it has a hold of Ilana. So it is going to attempt to drag you to the water.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Yes.
All right.
This is an athletics check against your fortitude DC.
Okay.
Oh my god, that was a terrible roll. What's your fortitude save?
11. No, am I doing that correctly?
11 sounds like a reasonable number for a 5th level character.
Okay, yep.
I mean, it certainly can be 11. So that is going to be a success, which is going to drag you 5 foot closer to the water.
And I don't know.
It is then going to attempt to, let's see. So it'll drag you to there.
No, thank you.
It'll come up to the surface. And with one of its, so it's now at the surface. With one of its fins, it's going to slap out at Roark.
Oh.
Paddle.
God dang it.
You are hit by a paddle. Armor class. That's a 35.
Was that athletics check to grab an attack of some kind?
Let me
Does
check.
that count as an attack roll?
It does, so that's actually only a 30.
So that's only a regular hit.
So it's only a regular hit.
Yeah,
look at that.
crit. Okay.
All right, so take 17 points of damage as it slaps you with a paddle.
That's paddling.
You better believe that's a paddling.
Yeah, that is definitely a paddling. All right, and that is going to be the end of its turn. Okay. Varnasque. Oh, God. That thing's huge. He's going to throw a bottle of lightning at it.
There's something use of Varnasque for all that is holy.
That is going to miss, but not critically, so he's going to deal 2. Splash. Then he's going to throw a, let's see. Oh, sorry, the Elasmosaurus didn't go underwater, so it's going to take 2 more points of fire damage.
Yes.
Yay.
And let me roll the flat check for that. Yeah, the fire went out, though. So Varnasque will then throw another flask of alchemist fire at it. See if he can hit with the second one. He cannot. And with his third action, he will continue to bang on the door, screaming for the ferryman to let him in. Fairy fairy. All right, so that would be the end of Varnasque's turn. Shensen.
All right, so those of us who went to see Jurassic Park when it first started, and they first launched DTS, and none of the theaters knew how to do the sound right, and it was super loud and hurt people's ears. That music comes down and hits it. It needs to make a fortitude save.
Fortitude save.
You gave me an idea just then. I want to make a bard whose only instrument is singing, but I scream the THX sound at people to damage them.
All right, so let's see what I can do here. Fortitude save.
No!
That is a crit. That is a critical save.
You blast at this creature with all of your sound might, but it does not appear to have any effect.
I catch you.
All right, that is the end of Shensen's turn. Casting shield. Roark, Thunderbird. You have a terrifying creature of the deep in front of you. It's your turn. What do you do?
I'd like to do something acrobatic-y and swashbucklery. Because this thing doesn't realize that the seas are my domain. As if my mother, the dread pirate Bloodbeak, would see me now. I would like to kind of, I don't know, grab onto its neck and kind of flip around it, or just to hop on its back and then hop back on the shells, a kind of a tumble through situation. What do you think about that? An acrobatics check?
I'll let you give it a shot. It's going to be at a little higher DC than normal.
Just
right.
You can color it like you're jumping onto its thing, you bounce off of it, do a backflip and land back.
Wait, I'm not the one grabbed. I can dance this thing. I can attempt to dance it.
And wherever you go, I'm coming with it.
Is Ilana actually still grabbed because it didn't use action to maintain the hold, or is it tricky?
That's a good point.
No, because I wanted to attack with the flipper, I had to spend an action. Yes, Ilana is not grabbed right at the moment.
All right.
Oh, that's good to know. All right.
Just trying to distract you, you big dummy.
You big dummy. I'll just do it. I'll do the performance and see if I can.
That's also a paddling.
It's an animal, so I'm going to assume its will's DC is not great. So I'm going to stand on that. 22.
So you attempt to get this thing to dance with you, but it does not follow your steps.
No.
That is
you do have 2 hero points.
I know, but I already said I'm standing on it. And it's a 9. The curse. I don't want to risk the curse. So I am just gonna attack it with this short sword.
Very good.
Where I'm standing, since it's flippered my face. 23.
A 23 is not going to hit. You slash out with the short sword, but it's not enough.
Bad news bears. Then I'll raise my buckler and worry.
I will be filled with concern.
Oh,
Ilana, it is over to you.
I very much want to turn into a shark and do battle with it in the water, but I feel like that is a very bad idea since it would be much bigger than me.
I'm sure it's going to go great.
It's already bigger than you. I don't know.
All right, I am going to try another hydraulic push to get it to back off. Oh, 14 does not hit. I'm going to use my last hero point. Please, please, please work. 17?
No, those dice are terrible. You throw a blast of water at it, but the water, this creature is a beast of the seas. It cannot be defeated by your blast of water, and that has no effect. You do still have 1 action remaining.
I'm going to load Old Reliable.
All right. Lorne, we are over to you. This creature is not currently grabbing anyone. It is just out there in the water. What do you got for me?
Just chilling out. Lorne will take a step over to Griffin. I assume it is an action to get on top of Griffin and
That
mount
is
said
correct.
creature. That is second action. Third action. Yip. Straight in the air, as high as you can go, which is like 30 feet.
Yeah, so it can then spend its actions. So you spend 2 actions to get there. You then have to spend 1 action to sustain.
Oh yeah,
Right.
that's right. Yeah. So I'll walk over, get on top of it. So I can't
Yeah,
move
you
yet.
walk over, get on top of it, sustain the spell. It then gets its 2 actions, and you are asking it to fly?
To fly up. Flop it over that
Alright.
thing as high as it can go.
So I'm going to go ahead and do this. And I am going to go ahead and it can move up quite a good ways, actually. So we're going to go ahead and give it a icon here. I'm just going to put a blue.
Oh, and in case anyone has any questions of you have to roll a thing to command something to do whatever if you're writing it, as I leveled to fifth level, I literally took the feat that allows, which is ride, which tells me it just automatically happens.
Yeah, you're fine. It flies up about 60 feet. So I put the blue and the 6 on there. So
Yeah.
it's up about 60 feet in the air.
Yeah, so I'm basically
Blue
like,
disturbs me. It looks like a Gauss cannon shot a perfectly round hole through the back of the turtle.
yeah, so because now 3D movement is now weird in this, the plan is to basically be out of reach of that thing, but flying over it. So just to keep things simple, you want to just give me control of that token, and I'll put them exactly ready to go, so you don't have to multitask 5 million things.
I can let me do that when I've got a moment of downtime because I have to dig through the menus to make it happen.
No, I don't blame you. Basically,
Yeah.
it's over just like on the right side here is what I'm doing. It's out of reach. I'm flying past him, flying to where he can't reach me, and that's my thing. So that's all his actions currently are, is to whoop, 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 right there.
All right. Yeah, 2 actions can get him there about 60 feet up.
Yep.
All right. Okay. That's great. Okay, so the Elasmosaurus is going to go, and the first thing it is going to do is snap its jaws out at Roark. Roark is right in front of it. Here they come. Oh my god.
Ooh.
What is that?
What
Do I have
is
any
that?
villain points left? That's terrible.
Yeah, you
Actually,
got
you
topped
got
off.
Yeah, you got 3.
Yeah, before this fight started.
Aw!
You monster.
Aw, thanks, chat. I spent a hero point.
I got it.
Ah.
It's a 21.
Still probably
Not
going to
enough.
That is a
Not
miss,
enough.
miss.
All right, in that case, I'll well, you know, the dice are fickle to this day. I'm gonna go ahead and attempt to snap at you with my jaws a second time.
That's
Oh.
a miss. That's also a paddling.
Come on! You know what? For the third attack, I'm attacking you with the paddle.
That's a paddling.
Oh yeah, that
It's
got
a
me.
paddling.
Love it. I love it.
Ah!
Ooh, are you gonna stay on that? Wink,
Oh.
wink, wink.
Someone gave Ilana a point. Ilana got a new point.
Yay, thank you, chat.
Hey-ha!
Ah, riposte!
Repost. I repost your flipper
Oh no! My flipper.
for a 30.
30 is a
And that
solid hit. That's gonna do
5 points of damage. Yep.
This thing looks like it's taken some wounds, but it doesn't look terribly hurt. And that is the end of its turn. Varnasque is going to go. He is going to fling another bottled lightning at this monstrosity. Here it comes. It's terrible. It's a terrible roll. What is that? A 2?
Yeah, he got a 17 total, which is not great.
A 2. I'm going to spend a villain point for him to reroll.
Yay!
Yeah,
I
see,
have
look.
1 left.
Benevolence. And
You
I
just
rolled
knew-
terrible. So it
Yeah, you
doesn't-
knew you were going to roll an 18. You were just
Yeah, I
trying to
ju-
lead us on.
I just wanted to give everyone false hope.
Oh, good. False. hope.
And then he'll throw another alchemist fire. Try that. Oh, that's gonna hit. There we go. So he will throw another alchemist fire at it. That's gonna do a bit of damage, and it's gonna start it on fire again. So he is now spend his 2 actions, and then he's gonna move away. He doesn't want to be anywhere near this thing. He doesn't like being that close. So that is Varnasque's turn. He's like, I'm running out of potions. I'm running out of bombs.
Well, take care of it. Don't worry.
Shensen.
All right. I'm going to bounce on over next to Lauren. and not Lauren, Roark.
No, I don't have anyone grabbed, do I?
Roark. I'm gonna stab it, slash it, cut it.
So Shensen, you come up there.
Right.
I'm gonna let you hold on to that. That roll doesn't count.
Okay.
You go running up to there, and its jaws come snapping out to bite you.
Oh, it got attack of opportunity. Everybody might want to do that.
A few creatures in the game that'll have it. That's a 30.
Ow!
That is a 30.
Yeah, not a crit, but it hurts.
It's important that it's not a crit, because if it was, it would disrupt the action. So actually, movement isn't a manipulate, so you would have been fine. But in this case, you are going to take 22 points of damage as it snaps out at you and bites you.
All right. Ow. I'm going to slash it.
Yep, go ahead.
I'm going to hero point that.
Ooh, yeah, no, that was worse than before.
Wait, where did my hero points? Where did my character sheet go? Oh, too many windows. All right, here we go. Yeah, 17. So one action left. I'll try this second. I'm done.
Terrible rolls both times around. You swing wildly at the terrifying serpent, but your scimitar just does not manage to connect.
I will spend the rest of this turn regretting not casting mirror image.
You very well might. Roark, it is over to you.
Okay, this time I'm going to try that fancy swashbuckling. I'm going to tumble through its space in some manner. I'm going to jump on its back and spin around its neck like a pole, and then land where I am.
Woo!
Sure. We'll see how this goes. A 23. I'm going to let that once. I'm going to let it go.
That is a success.
All right. He's flat-footed. I've got panache. I'm going to use that panache right away. Take this. No. That's a hero point.
I like the sad bird noise.
Oh no!
Of course. You know, we really should start paying someone to do statistical analysis on this, because it's without fail.
I still deal 6 points of damage to it.
All right.
Doesn't Logan have like a spreadsheet somewhere on the statistics of how much hero points help somewhere? An Excel sheet?
We did the analysis. Hero points are supposed to give you about a 3.5 point bump, but you know, in this game, not so much.
On roll 20, not so much. So that's 6 points of damage, and then I will raise up my buckler.
All right, you do manage to, even though you did not manage to fully connect, your graceful maneuver did manage to allow you to nick it for 6 points. Alana, we are back up to you. What do you got for me?
Oh dear. My spells just won't keep hitting, but only one does, so we're gonna produce flame at him.
You conjure up a ball of flame.
16.
Yeah,
It's not good, but I got 2 hero points from the chat. Come on.
Spend a hero point.
27.
27 is going to hit. Your ball of flame catches it in the neck, dealing 12 points of damage.
+1.
+1.
There. That 28 to hit.
Yeah, that's a solid hit. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, James. I really just need to make a little +1 token that I can drop on the board. Yeah, no, we got it. We got it. It's too much. Stop it! All right. That was Ilana. Next up.
Wait, I still have an action, and I still have a very loaded crossbow, and I still see this giant dinosaur Loch Ness monster trying to eat my friends.
Very good. Go ahead and fire.
23.
That is
24.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's still going to be a miss. Your crossbow bolt goes skipping off of its hard hide and does not manage to connect. Lorne, we are back to you. This thing is looking pretty badly hurt.
Oh, I bet. So here's a question. I don't know if it's a thing that we addressed or not. Does Fireball have a range of 500 feet?
Yes.
Jeez.
Peyton.
Okay. What?
You about to use a thing?
Yeah, I'm flying on a hippogriff, and I have to orbital strike something. So
behold the wizard.
Beware his power, and then so that's what I want to do, but of course it causes an issue because I have to do it in a location area. It's water. I assume half its body is kind of like above water, or its neck. But if it's just the neck, it would have cover. There's a lot of complication stuff here. So obviously, Jason, this is up to you and how you want to have this happen.
So you've never cast Fireball before, but enough of this thing is out of the water that it's going to be fine.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about trying to fire it into the water and have it be an effect. That's going to be bad. So you don't really have to worry about it. And as far as positioning goes, well, I think you can pretty much just throw it back there and you'll be fine.
Right, that's what I would do. I'm like flying around the griffin and like, and then just a fireball comes in and orbital strikes that thing, just whoosh.
All right, you drop a blast of fire on it.
And boom.
After all this buildup, there's no way you're not going to critically succeed at this, Jason.
I actually rolled like 4 5s, 1 6, and 1 2. So I got like 28 fire damage going.
That is a lot of damage. Let me go ahead and roll my
There's
reflex
the reflex save, which will probably succeed at. Because it needs to make over a 23, which it makes a 27 on.
So it will make the save, but that's not a critical success. So it is still going to take half that. It's going to take 14.
Yeah, it's still going to take 14. So I come out, go boom, and then fireball straight at it. And but of course, I have to do an action to sustain my summon, then the 2 actions of fireball. So I'm now done.
Unlike other flying spells, if your summoned creature that you're hanging on to for dear life disappears, you will plummet like a rock.
Oh yeah, I understand. I know this day will last long enough for this combat. But
it's a precarious position.
So as we're all learning awesome things, because I'm a wizard and I made it all complicated because I'm a jerk. That so the hippogriff has an ability called Flying Strafe.
Yes.
In my eye, this thing flies down, goes caw a little bit at it, and then flies back up to where it is. I don't know how you guys intended that. So how would that work?
So the entire point of that is to allow it to kind of move up to twice its speed, make an attack, and then at some point in time during that movement. And that's all well and good. But this thing doesn't have a saddle.
I'm holding on to it. We're
you are.
Peyton, have you ever rode a horse without a saddle?
I have the ride feet. I'm good.
So if you would like it to attempt this, I will let it do so.
You ever rode a horse without a bridle?
I'm going to need you to make a check to ride this thing.
The only... I have the right feet.
Yeah, it's still a skill base.
It's just... But it says it automatically does it.
Yeah.
I will find it.
Peyton, horses are slippery.
What?
Horses are slippery.
It's like, yeah, I know, like, doing it.
You could be sliding all over that
is
thing.
A hippogriff.
Still a horse body.
It's like, is it?
Now,
it looks weird.
All
right,
Ride
book in the book.
Yeah. Ride does say when you command an animal you're mounted on to take a move action.
Yeah,
I imagine
not a move action.
This is not a move action.
100% correct. I believe on that one.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's
you can do it.
this.
I'm just gonna need you to make, what is it, a nature check to ride an animal?
Yeah.
I think it is. Yeah. You know what?
Yep.
Just for sake of theatrics, let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah, do it.
So I'm gonna go ahead and roll both of the Talon strikes.
Okay.
Each strike must target a different creature, so it only gets one Talon strike. Here it comes.
Well, actually, with that technicality, and since we've now figured out rules, I might as well just have it fly to it. Well, no, I can't fly back because then it's gonna eat me.
Correct.
I'm just gonna hang up here. Every logic now just ramped up. I'm like, I'm just gonna stay in the air. I'm good. I'll fly down. I'll have it fly down so it's 30 feet out of range.
All right. Sure.
I'm sorry for taking 5 million years to stop the game.
No,
to get to
it's
the
fine.
boat.
It's fine. You've reached that point of being a wizard in which you're like, in what ways can I break the game? Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm now that jerk. I apologize.
Don't worry
Next
about
person.
it, Peyton. We did it when I first started shapeshifting too.
Next person.
So, It is time for the Elasmosaurus to go, and it is going to reach out and try to get a nice, delicious bite of bird. Here
It's a range of 30 feet.
No. It's going after Roark.
Oh,
Have you seen a hippogriff? It doesn't really look like a bird.
I mean, look at it. It's got like the head of a bird. I also like to point out, apparently I'm so worried about my hippogriff, which will expire, than Roark.
Yeah.
I appear to be doing fine.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
because
you're
I
doing
can't,
all right.
I can't roll anything. That was a 3.
Ah!
Yeah, so that's going to miss. I'll go ahead and try and bite you again.
18.
I don't know why I bother. I don't know. Here, have a paddle instead. Third action.
Do it.
Paddle.
Do it.
I'm waiting for one of
nothing.
those paddles to crit.
Nothing. All right. So this thing is thrashing at you, but because it's on fire and because it's so badly wounded, it's just not accurate anymore. Let's go ahead and see if the fire goes out. And we are up to Varnasque's turn. The fire does not go out. Varnasque is running out of tricks. He's got 1 alchemist fire left. He's gonna go ahead and throw that.
I ain't telling me it's full villain points, chat. Why you gotta bring that up? That ain't happening.
Nah, it's fine. All right, so Varnasque is going to hit with the alchemist fire. It's already burning though, so that won't increase that, but it will deal 14 points of fire damage. This thing is looking very badly hurt. Varnasque is then going to duck and cover. He doesn't have any other ranged weapons, so that's going to be it for his turn. Shensen, we are back to you.
All right, I'm gonna do a normal old bard bonus song, so it's just gonna be no learning composition or anything. That's action 1. Action 2 is a slash with the scimitar,
All right,
which is pretty awesome. It's an 18.
18 is
I'm
not
gonna go ahead and hero point that because
All
it's
right.
almost we're almost done. So, yay, 26, 27, because I forgot to add the +1.
a 27 will hit. It'll take
8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. This thing is looking horribly badly wounded. It has cuts and burns all across its body, but it
Yay.
is still up and fighting.
Well, I'm gonna take my third attack or my second attack on it.
All right.
That is a forceful 24. That's maybe a hit or maybe not. Who knows? 24.
I'm double checking.
You can
That is
do it,
going to
I
come up.
believe.
Just short.
Oh, right.
Is it 20? I assume you have your bar bonus in it, right?
Yep, I do.
Okay.
Yeah. So you swing out wildly at it, but just do not manage to hit.
I'm done.
All right. That is the end of Shensen's turn. Roark,
Okay.
this thing is looking horribly wounded. What do you got
I'm
for me?
gonna swing around one more time. Oh, that's not very good at all.
No, that's bad.
Uh,
You attempt to acrobatics around it.
I only have 1 hero point. I'll let that stand and save the hero point for the attack. So he's
All
not
right.
flat-footed. I don't have panache. This is just a regular stabbing.
You swing out
for
with the short sword.
34. That's pretty good. 34, 8 points of damage. Yeah.
That is not updating for me for some reason.
No. Trust me, I got a 34 to hit. And it's 8 points of damage.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to take your word that everybody else can see it because I can't. Oh, my connection.
Oh, no.
has been lost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same happened.
Me too.
Oh, no.
It's a
Roll20
Friday
and
night,
saying-
fellas.
Yeah, roll 20 is saying, you guys are done at 5 o'clock. Why are you still going? You can't play anymore.
So, fortunately, your slash reaches out, slams into the Elasmosaurus. Its bloodied neck slides back underneath the wave, and the last thing you see is its head as it is pulled underneath the water.
Ah, we've done it. The Band of Bravos successful once again against terrifying monsters.
The door creaks back open, and Malvina is like, "Oh, is it gone now?"
That wasn't a friend of yours, was it?
No, such horrible predators have become more common as of late. It's as if the whole cave is on edge, as if things are in motion. The world is upset. The balance has been tossed asunder. Everything has changed. And it all started when you arrived. And that is where I'm ending today's session, everybody. I want to thank you all for watching. This has been a blast as always. I've had a good time here today. Before we get going, I want to make sure to toss it around the horn and let everybody kind of tell you where they can find themselves on the internet. James.
Hi, I'm James Jacobs, creator for Pathfinder, who's played Shensen. You can ask whatever detailed or obscure questions you want about Golarion, Pathfinder, Paizo, whatever, over on the Paizo forums.
Hey guys, I'm Maryssa. I'm Paizo's web content manager. I play Ilana Thistlefoot, the halfling druid. You can find me on the Paizo forums and all of social media at Maryssa, Maryssa. Also, did Malvina just leave Mulgari to face the giant dinosaur monster by herself?
No, the turtle went back in its shell. It was pretty safe.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a technicality. That probably deserves the pad limit.
Hi, folks. I'm Jason Keeley, Starfinder developer. You can find me on Twitter at Herzweston, HerzWesten. And I have nothing else to say. Good night.
And I'm Peyton Smith. I am the social media producer here at Paizo, and I've been playing Lorne, Griffin Rider, which I assume I would have them all flap down like, Ilana, quick, go ride it. Go, quick on. And have her fly a little bit, and then it'll like disappear midair, and she like fall in the water, and we hook her up, and then it's like, you have fun? Good.
You made my new friend disappear. Why are you like this, Lauren?
It's like,
Lauren Teamwork Barnes.
I gave you a ride on a griffin that you would never have in your entire life. I am a wizard, and you will behold my magical might.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to get silenced next level, Jason.
It's probably a good call. All right, everybody. Well, I want to thank you all for watching. I am, of course, Jason Bulmahn. I'm the game master for this session. You can find me on all the various social medias. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, everything at /Jason Bulmahn. That's JasonBulmahn. For those who asked earlier in the stream, I do not currently have plans to make a giant turtle map pack, but I did have a lot of fun drawing this one, so I don't know. Maybe I'll make it available in some way, shape, or form. I don't know. We'll see. If you love the tiles, you can, of course, find them on the Roll20 store if you look for blue maps. That's all I got, folks, for everybody here today. Make sure to tune in next Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific time for more exciting adventures from the Band of Bravos. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next time.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
So long.
Bye.
Be safe.
Unicorns.